Yeah. What's going on, everybody? What's up? Who's in the house? Yeah, I changed it up a little bit. I hope you guys like that. That was kind of a little bit of a little change. Who's in the house here? Let's check it out. We got Consistent Ash. Mommy Guy, thanks for stopping in. La. We know who this guy is. And Robert, how you doing? Okay, you guys ready? Ready to get a little swerve on? Let's bring this fanboy in here. Oh, hello.
Hello, sir. I thought you were going to give me like a 5-minute dissertation on something, before you brought me in. I'm lucky I got my pants on in time.
I was trying to get my swerve on.
I got to tell you something that's kind of funny. So I was upstairs and I was waiting. I was all ready to go. I was whatever. And I was sitting there and also my wife's like, oh yeah, I suppose, you got to go on in 5 minutes. I had in my head 8:30 and I was just sitting there like 5 minutes before. I'm like, get your ass down there. So I had to run down here really quick. Thank God.
Now, if anyone thinks that Jeff sounds a little low, let me know just in case, because I thought you did. I wasn't sure.
Okay. It could be me or it could be the adjustment on the cam mic thing. Let me just
it could be a lot of things. So
it could be a lot of things.
So today I started out, it was a busy day at work, and I end up coming home. My wife is we just moved a few months ago, and we're trying to like straighten out a bunch of stuff that we've been working on. So she's working on this room, and we're putting together this bed frame, right? And so I go to put this bed frame together, and she's trying to center it to the room, and I go to lift it up, and this bed frame was from Amazon, so it has like these metal slats that firm it up in the middle. I go to lift it up, I pull the metal slat out, and I hit her right in the eye. I practically took her eye out, like right on the side. I thought it was going to be a bad situation. But she turned out being okay. So it was like a 911 call there, right? But everything worked out. So that was the worst of it. So everybody's just strolling in. We're gonna talk. Oh, look at this. The guy who's coming in is making he just can't, right? He can't stop himself. He's gonna be here in 2 minutes, and he's still throwing some comments in.
If he doesn't say something within like 3 minutes, I think his soul dies a little bit. So he has to get it out there. But it's good that your wife is still talking to you, and she didn't end up in a 911.
Yeah, she is still talking to me. Thank God.
That could be a police moment.
All right. So we're going to talk to a guy that has had a lot going on with YouTube and for a long time now. And he's had some different things that he's been going through, but we're going to bring him on, and he's going to talk to us about, I want to get his insight on some content, and he's made some changes, and he's also looking to accentuate on those changes in the last 6 months. And I want to ask him about it and see how he's doing. And he has some like interesting stuff to talk about because, we're going to let him talk about it a little bit, but he had a video that had over 1 million views. So how does someone deal with something like this? And we're going to talk to him about it and go through the scenario a little bit and why he did some certain things and why he didn't. But he's been a motivational speaker and a corporate entertainer for over 30 years of experience. And we're going to get his gist on that a little bit too, about how that's changed so much for him in the last year. So let's bring in John Pullum. Hey, buddy.
I'm the clap guy.
Good day, everybody. Thanks for having me here, John and Jeffrey.
Nice to see you, man.
Nice to see you
guys. You look great.
my God,
you
I feel
doing?
like an odd man out here, though. This little trio doesn't look right. Like, who
No.
doesn't belong here?
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
Just
Shave the head, Jeffrey.
Well,
Get your glasses.
listen, I'll fit in for the situation if I have
Yeah.
to. So we got Average J Keto coming in and Consistent Ash. Oh, and we also have Circle Hook Productions who just is stopping in too. Thank you for stopping in. And
A lot of people showing up on
yeah,
here.
we got a lot of people just rolling in. They're probably just strolling in right now. And
Ash is here. Ash is here. I saw her.
Ash, yep.
it's a prison release program. They let them out, at 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Just depends on where they're.
So how was my music in the intro? Too loud, too quiet, just okay?
I thought it was good, but it got loud for a second, at least in my ears, and then you seemed to dial it in. But
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through this in a couple weeks. We're going to talk about the Roadcaster, StreamYard, and OBS, and how I shuffle that all together to try to make it all work a little bit. But right now, we're going to talk to John, and we all met through a program together for live streaming.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got to know each other more and more and appreciate each other and support each other. And, I found it like really fascinating as time went on. I was looking at your YouTube channel more and more. And granted, listen, when someone meets you, you could see you have a great personality and you're funny. And there's a lot of these things. He's crazy too. He's nuts too. But
I don't, magic stuff's happening over at the johnpullum.com there. That's really
anytime he gets something new, look at this is where you can find him. This is johnpullum.com.
There. Thank you. Look at that.
Look at that.
And check out his website. He does motivational speaking, and he's not just funny, guys. Okay, he's entertaining, and some people say he's even smart. I don't know who, but some
stupid people.
So you've checked out his channel, right, Jeff?
Absolutely. I was on here last night because I had I kept hearing that the one thing I had the one thing I hadn't gotten into was you got onto me about this before was you keep bringing up the Bush thing, which I'm the only person apparently in the world who hadn't seen it. Right.
Listen, I don't care about politics that much.
Oh my God. So anyway, I couldn't stop watching that because I just was waiting for somebody to absolutely beat you.
Oh, people swung back, but I was hoping they would just because they would have way more than 1,100,000 and whatever views if somebody hit me.
Oh, a little blood, right? Yeah.
Never been beaten by a bush.
And it was in suburban Detroit. And I didn't get shot. I didn't get punched. I did good, but I took another 3 years off. People asked me to do it again. I thought why do the same people come every year? So I waited 3 years. I did it again, thought it out better, had a better angle.
Okay.
But it wasn't as easy because they had little booths set up for this Halloween festival. And these people are saying, oh, this is my spot to set up our table. You have to move. So I kept carrying the
that doesn't work.
Flower pot around.
I saw all this because, not like Jeffrey, I was on your channel before today. And so that's the one thing I wanted to talk to you about is you started this channel years ago, about what, 4 years ago? Maybe longer?
Video longer than that. Yeah, 2008 maybe. I forget when I guess we could.
It's been a long time, but then there was like a consistency thing. And it was a lot of work in the beginning. And then about 4 years ago is I think when you had that first viral video. And that took off. And as of now, you have over 1.1 million views on that. So the one thing I want to get into is when that happens, because I think before that, you didn't have really any intention of getting like monetized in a heartbeat. I think it was more of you were like pushing your work stuff out, your workflow.
It was a big commercial for me. Because when Google was easy to break, I was on the top of every search result on the main, with my website, every search result. And with YouTube, it was very easy to get on the main top of YouTube as well. if you use the right keywords, if you did a playlist strategy that I used and different things, it was easy to get on top. So my channel was mainly a big commercial for my motivational speaking and corporate entertainment. I had testimonial videos. I had little commercials I did. I had everything about me. And I did this bush prank just for fun. I had no permission. The one at the festival, the security guard came because he heard people screaming and stuff. And he came looking around, and I'm watching him. And here's my daughter just on her cell phone. So they couldn't be screaming about her. And he didn't even know I was a guy in a bush costume, so he didn't tell me to leave because I'm just a big bush. But I put it up just for fun, not realizing it would go viral, but also not. So this whole topic should be don't do what I did.
Yeah. We're going to get into that. Don't jump above.
But it just went viral. It went and viral though. 1 million views is a lot of views. But others get that, it's not like,
I don't know where the break off is. When is there a real definitive viral number? I mean, I think once you break 1 million, you have the right to use the word.
I don't feel it viral. I feel it got a lot of views. I also wish I had that 20 seconds of whatever at the end that could have really had the end screens and things better. I wish there was a call to action somewhere.
Right.
Video.
It's always easy to look back and say because now you have an idea of what you want to put together as far as a YouTube channel, but then you were like, holy smokes, what's going on here?
If I had to do it over again, I would have never put that video up. I would have never put it up because a good chunk of my subscribers come from there.
I understand that.
So but YouTube is saying, "Oh, he's a prank guy," and he's not.
So now, 2 years ago, you went and did a little compilation of that video, and and another one.
I did a new one, and then I combined them. Yeah.
And then a year ago, you went and did one more. Okay, and you got 41,000 views on the first one, and I think 15 or 16,000 on the second one.
And once again, another mistake putting the other one up. I should have done a different channel, but
but you know what? This is what I see, right? I kind of feel you're probably looking at all this, and then you're trying to find a rhyme of a reason for everything to come together for your YouTube channel, and you're monetized, and you're like, what I could do? I could throw this back up, see if I can because like just doing something and seeing how the process goes together, the ads, the money, whatever comes in, and you can kind of like sort through things. It has to be a learning experience. There's no doubt about that.
Without a doubt. And I wish you could go back and edit things in that like that end thing for the 20 seconds. I wish you could edit stuff.
Right.
And re-upload it how you want it. I know you can trim stuff in YouTube.
Right.
Yeah, it's all a learning experience. And I have Daryl Eves' new book that I am
I'm on chapter 19.
Getting through, and
I'm on chapter 19.
You are. Yeah, I am not that far into it, and I need to.
I got it 4 hours ago.
I have jury duty coming up in June.
You got the picture one where you color though. I think.
Yeah, I gotta read it. If I don't have it done, I'm going to bring it to jury duty and read.
Oh my God, are you really got jury duty? Did you really get called in?
And it's funny when I go to jury duty usually, and I shouldn't say this because it is I should want to be on the jury and give people, the whatever, give them a
fair handshake,
fair trial, and whatever, and guilty or innocent or whatever. But I brought a book like How to Read Minds and a few different books that I thought if anybody,
they're like, this guy's trying to manipulate the jury.
And I say, because I do a mind reading.
Exactly.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Pullum? I'm a mind reader, and I was the body language expert for the Discovery Channel, and I do a mind control hypnosis and all this stuff. And they're like,
"You're hired."
He does the body control. He does the body control. He comes out to Let's Get Physical, Olivia Newton-John.
Oh my God! If he could only levitate, that would even be better.
If I lose some weight, yeah.
No, I don't. That would make the whole thing looks better if you.
Okay, so fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
So the year ago was the last time you made one of those videos.
Over a year. Whenever. Yeah.
About. And so, but then if you go back about 6 months, there's like a drastic change on your channel.
Oh, huge change.
And
at February of 2020.
yeah, it was all of a sudden, it was really almost like a cry for people to come out of the woodwork, to help each other, to put a hand out, and for really to for people to come together and help each other, make it and make a change for ourselves.
Yeah, and just a happy motivational time, happy motivational video. That's what I wanted. So in February, I thought about it because it's YouTube. It's not MeTube, it's YouTube. And all my videos were me. Hire me. Look at me. Look at what they say. You should hire me. And it brought me in a lot of money and it brought me in a lot of speaking gigs. But I am like, if I can make it on YouTube and not have to travel and sleep in, hotels across the country and fly everywhere. If I could make money like Casey Neistat or whoever I was watching at the time.
Oh, you want Casey Neistat money?
I would love Casey Neistat money. Wouldn't we all? But it is that's what I wanted. I wanted to do something that I could motivate and entertain people. So in February, before I knew what was going to go on in March, I made this whole video how I'm changing. It's going to be more about you and not just about me. But then I thought, man, the gates are open now. So I did a video on how to shave my head. I did some on reviewing TubeBuddy and the royalty-free music. I did all this different review stuff, and it still wasn't in that niche of happiness and motivation. So over the last dozen videos or 10, whatever I've done, I finally said, this is time to
did the change with 6 months, it was probably all relative to what's going on, right? As far as,
well, it wasn't at the time because it hadn't started yet. So I thought, I'll do this and then I'll still have the motivational speaking gigs to fall back on. I'm going to shut my door here. One of the open it up.
I thought
Mysteriously open up. That mind control thing worked on.
And I have to look around to make sure they're not in here, Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, okay, I thought I shut that.
Robert, catch you later. We're saying goodbye to Robert. He's got to run out to work. He stopped in to see everyone. When your door opened,
Robert, I thought that was Ash.
When your door opened, I thought it was I had to I almost wanted to look behind me. I thought it was like my door opening. I was like,
no, this is me.
That's a magic. Now John does those magic tricks over the screen here. He's gotten us a couple of times, but that would be one hell of a trick.
Yeah, I look back and all those signs, actually those signs that were on my door, the danger, flag, all that. I hosted a couple of dozen shows for the Discovery Channel, and the opening of the show and the series that I did was my office door, and those signs were on the office door. So the prop people gave me all those signs and signed the.
Tell them what show that was. I'd like that show personally.
It was a lot of fun to do. So back to my YouTube channel, I changed it, and now I'm niching down just to the motivation and the happiness and all that stuff. But YouTube doesn't know who I am because over half of my viewers are interested in prank shows. I don't do those.
Right.
I'm not doing the motivational, testimonial things. Although one of my last videos was my first live one I did the other day was talking about getting back into the workplace. That was the first kind of ad for my motivational speaking that I did in a long time, and it felt
I watched that, and
it was motivational related, talking about it could fit in that niche. But yeah, YouTube doesn't know who in the heck I am, so I started another YouTube channel on the royalty-free music thing just because I still want to make more videos about that, but I don't want to take any time. So anybody that's watching, what you can learn from me is niche down right away. If you want to veer off, make another channel.
Here's the
YouTube
thing.
channel.
There's a lot of things you can do. I just think until 6 months ago, I think you were confused about how to go about doing it, right? Because listen, if I was in the same boat as you, and I get the logic, how does well, it would be a very strong boat, but, but
Like a kayak.
right? Some people might say, hey, start a new YouTube channel, but you're monetized already. You know what I mean? It's like that's not an easy thing to accomplish, especially right now. And YouTube was like people were watching a ton in the last year, and then wait until everything's clearing up. Now you're going to have a lull, I believe, for a while. And as people get out into the open again and experience life a little bit to the norm. And but I get the whole thing of having to struggle about, do I start a new YouTube channel? Do I refine mine? But I think what you can do is the more and more of the videos that you are making, they'll start to take over your page. And then if you wanted to, you can kind of eliminate what's below it by just putting playlists together, you know? And so
I'm thinking about deleting. I have a consult with Daryl Leaves coming up in June as well.
you don't have to delete.
Yeah, I'm going to find out. I might.
I know these people are smarter than me, but I'm going to give you free information. It's not going to cost you anything.
Yeah, if it takes deleting some of the stuff that's not relevant, even if it has over 1 million views, I might.
And then finally, if after I give you this information that I'm going to tell you,
yeah,
will you finally, if I'm like 10% right, because I know these guys run practically YouTube, but will you subscribe to my channel finally?
Yes,
So no, I'm kidding, John. But
yeah, I subscribed to Terry Slater's channel today too.
Oh yeah, she's
Jeffrey's
talented.
new channel, and yeah.
But
you know, I want to ask John though, like when is part of the problem here? I'm sure it is part of the problem. You know, the old adage, you need to burn the boats to really, you know, we got to burn the boats. We got to commit to what's ahead of us. Is that really, you think, a psychological problem here too, beyond unsure of, you know, how YouTube is? Are you at all emotionally or some other way attached to the work that you did, or is it just?
Oh no, I've deleted a lot of.
You have, okay.
Well, not a ton, but like here's the deal with being able to rank so great with motivational speaker in Houston. Mm-hmm. I hired a voiceover artist. If you're looking for a motivational speaker in Houston, you could, you know, and it sounded pretty darn great, but I had all the top convention cities done by this voiceover artist.
Did you pick them with the accent for that area? Just like Houston, they have a little.
When looking for a motivational speaker in Houston, Texas.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
If you want someone from the Bronx, New York, you better get the up here fast.
That's it. Clean entertainment. So I had a ton of those, and I had a little consult with Nick Nimmin, who has a great channel, and he suggested maybe, because it was kind of spammy, because the only thing that was different were those city names, and everything else was just the same keyword. So he said, yeah, it might be against the terms of service. So I deleted tons of them that were, once again, ranking at the top of the YouTube store. So like, and then I deleted another one of a hamster. I got it on Fiverr. This hamster goes and he spits out the words pull'em.com.
Yeah, thank God.
It was really funny, but I got rid of that one.
When did that little nugget come to you? Was that like in the middle of the night? You just wake up and went
on Fiverr. It was hilarious. So this person cuts out letters in like cabbage.
Oh,
and then the hamster goes and stuffs it in his little pouches and eats it.
This is not an animation. This is a real. No, oh my God! Stop.
Then they play it backwards. So you're going, and the hamster looks like he's
vomiting the words.
Pulling out letters
out of
his pouch, spelling their name.
You're going to pay someone to try to sort through that.
But after the Papa thing or whatever it's called, the children's thing, I didn't want any children related.
Oh, yeah.
Here's my kids. Oh, Daddy, look at the whatever. Right. I didn't want any of that.
What I would do. So far,
it.
You haven't made any like changes as far as the way your page looks. If I were you, this way it doesn't overtake your page. Why don't you just make playlists of your work related stuff? Okay, and then
I have all that.
Yeah, but when you look at so when you look at your page, it doesn't overtake it, and then the new stuff kind of like leave that as new uploads, like current upload.
I wonder if YouTube looks in that bucket. That's what I have to figure out with. the YouTube formula, my consult with Daryl.
Yeah.
Just looking in that bucket saying, oh, it's a mishmash of everything. And that's why, like, if you go to a store and you open up the door and it's a dog groomer and you take your dog there and then you go again and it's a mechanic.
You know,
that's how my videos were.
Jeff, what do you think?
It may not be about so much deleting, but it is. I mean, at the end of the day, is it really about deleting the videos? Are they really attracting now? Or is it really about you've got to deal with all these subscribers that came from that content that are kind of weighing you down if they're not really into your new content? So that
because of that Bush video, and I'm getting subscribers all the time that don't care about Mr. Rogers and motivation and paying it forward. They're caring about somebody crap on their pants. You know?
I understand that, but you know what? When you got a certain amount of content for 3 years, I don't think the algorithms are working for you or against you at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3 years gone by. So, I mean, I think it's like, it's practically probably starting from scratch.
The subs are what they are at this point, right? I mean, for the most part,
subs don't count for a lot anyways.
No, and as far as if you have a lot of subs that are not into the content you're making now, that's where you kind of get lost in the YouTube ecosystem, because they don't, like you said, they don't know how to read you and what you're trying to do. And so if your subs are heavily not into what you're making now, though, that actually kind of puts you in wandering in the desert, so to speak. And so, but those subs are there, as John's point, not bad, because those subs now exist. Huh?
Trying to tell him to focus. He's pushing buttons.
Well, you know, I personally think that is him focusing.
Yeah. Well,
I think this is,
but still, I don't know. It's still that I'm opening up the door for the prank videos, but I'm not a prank channel. It's like the bait and switch for all these people that.
I don't think it's a bait and switch at this point. It's been years gone by. You put it on the playlist, put the playlist at the bottom.
Still going up. You know, they still watch it. So
yeah,
because it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a great answer. I'd be curious to see what they say, because unless it's going, I don't know how much it's going up, and I don't know how much it's putting your subscriber list at an imbalance of what you want versus what they're coming in to see at that angle. And I think that's where the information.
That's a good point.
You know, so that equation would be what I'd want to know more about.
Yeah, at this point, like, are you getting X amount of subscribers a month just because of that video?
Yeah, I'll have to look at that. And but yeah, my suggestion for everybody else is do numerous channels. And even with that royalty-free music channel that I just made, I thought maybe I could do a TubeBuddy review and then I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
That's the thing with me. It's like right now pushing the buttons.
I feel like we trapped him in an aquarium there for a second.
Got the hamster back. The hamster's back.
The wheel's still turning, but the hamster's dead. So I just, hey, I'm going to show you how to shave your head. This is the way I hold my razor when I shave my head. It's a pull and pivot method, and I do the whole tutorial with the bald mannequin head and all this stuff.
Ever cut your ear? You ever cut your ear shaving your head?
Oh, I cut this. I don't want to get this video, deleted or something due to gross content. I cut my ear one time, and it
bleeds like crazy,
nonstop.
Is that right?
Got out of the shower.
Yeah, done it a few times, not a lot.
Clothes on, and I asked my kids. I think I cut my head, maybe my ear, but I asked them. I said, "Did I cut myself?" And I knew where it was, and I knew how it looked because I looked in the mirror. I said, "Cut myself shaving?" They go, "No," and I said, "Good." And I turned around, and it just was like
it's like blood's pouring down the other side.
A horror movie.
I was ready to fall over on The Walking Dead or something.
Oh my god!
And the skin is so soft, it like bleeds forever, and then you can't shave that area for like a week and a half.
Yeah, scabs up and everything.
I went to a meeting one time with the areas. We had a new superintendent with the schools, and I said, "Hey, if you ever want to talk, I've been a parent here for such and such. I've lived in the community. I went to the schools." So he set up this breakfast meeting with me, and sure enough, I nicked it. We only being a household with 3 kids, we only had SpongeBob bandages, and it was a fluorescent SpongeBob and Patrick bandage. So it was winter, and I had my winter hat on. I said, "All
Jeffrey,
right, I'm gonna explain something before."
I never had SpongeBob.
Yeah. So back to you. Back to
So if you and Ash is going to love this. So John, if you had to think about what's your why?
I'm a cynic.
Every YouTube guru's question.
Is that like is that something now that's changed? And you say it has.
Oh,
So before you went through about 3 whys in the lifetime of your page. And now you're at the one. Now, do you see yourself sticking to this one, or is there going to be something like something shiny coming by?
Oh, there's always something shiny coming by. There's my whole day is shiny. I'm like, oh, this changes constantly. Today, what I did today,
fishing lures.
I've rescued a heck of a lot of dogs over my lifetime, and we found one the other day, and we had somebody else found it actually, and I get this call. It actually, my niece called me because she thought it was my one dog because it looked identical. I get a call from a stranger that knows this lady that says her dog isn't getting along with it well. Can you watch it? I heard you're the stray dog guy.
Oh boy.
So I ended up keeping it all day, found the owner at night, and which was good because it's, like I said, like a twin to my other rescue dog that I didn't know what breed it was. So I found out. So today I called the people that I returned their stray dog, and it was such a nice dog. I said, can it come over? So I went and picked up the stray dog again, and I've had their stray dog again all day, and I just drove it home. It's like, that's how hyper my brain is. It's like, oh, let's go get the stray dogs back.
Are you saying that you want to start a stray dog channel?
Here we are. Here we are.
I think he's thought about it.
At the moment, see this.
I think he thought about it.
Oh yes.
Somebody brought it up. Somebody sent a message on my Facebook page and said I should start a TV because they said I should do a TV show on stray dogs. And maybe, who knows? But the YouTube channel right now, I want motivation and inspiration because I think and I know if I become this guy that people turn to for motivation, happiness, inspiration, all this stuff, and they know that I do corporate presentations for sales conferences and banquets and everything else, it can turn into money that way.
It co-mingles.
Money YouTube wise as well. I hope it turns into ad revenue because the bush prank video for over 1 million views, got okay money, but nothing like you'd think.
Yeah.
What you'd think.
Right.
3 figures, and it's like, I hope the happiness and the motivation, because we need that. And people, depression, anxiety, everything else, people need that modern day Mr. Rogers that will inspire them and make them happy.
Yeah. Well, I think that, there needs to be people out there saying, that anxiety is very common. I'm going to tell you something that you don't know about me. I had a pretty bad it was my second motorcycle accident. About 4 or 5 years ago, I had reconstructive surgery on my left arm. I was out of work for 9 months, and I developed post-traumatic stress syndrome from the accident. I never experienced it beforehand. It was something that blew me away. And the first time I noticed it is my wife was coming back from a doctor's appointment, and we're driving up this little secondary highway. It's 2 lanes each side. And there was a car on the left-hand side about a 1/4 mile up, or 1/8 of a mile. And it was at the corner, and I panicked and started freaking out. Watch out for the car. And
that far away.
Yeah. That was far away. My heart started racing. The rush through my brain and through my body was like paralyzing.
Yep.
And that is something, for some crazy reason, that amount of stress finally went away where it wasn't so severe. But that anxiety never totally left me from that day. It's always been there now that I've never really experienced like to this level. So I kind of can relate to that. And I think if people can talk about it more and let everybody know that it could be, your wife, it can be your father, it can be that strong Marine guy that you would think that would be invincible. It's that anyone can have it, and we don't know what people go through, right?
Yeah. I did a video once, And this was one of those videos that it was before my channel changed, but I was taking my dogs for a walk and I ran into a neighbor that talked about, "Oh, did you hear about so and so?" It was a different block. And I said, "No, I don't know who that was. She lived over there. She committed suicide." "Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How old was she?" She was in her 30s, blah, blah. We're talking. So I came home and I'm thinking about it. And I don't know if it was the same day or a day later or something. I got my little tripod out, just had my iPhone,
Yeah.
and I went to a local park.
I watched that video.
I had a guy call me. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but somebody that I didn't know hardly at all called me and thanked me for doing that video because he was going through some hard times, had it all planned out, was ready to kill himself that day. Saw that video and he didn't. You know, I'm bawling on the phone with him.
Yeah.
So right
I'm like,
there,
what
that
type
one
of
video
Yeah. So that's
changed
why I
my
do these videos now. You're thinking, who's
You know, and I got to ask the question, John. I'm going to step in here. Like,
Yeah.
emotionally response, quick answer. Which one fulfills you more? The one guy who said you saved my life, or the 1 point some odd million views? You know, I mean, I know the answer. I'm just, it's
The
just
first one,
amazing, right?
Yeah, the million views. No. Just
Right.
John really took it off.
Yeah.
He really just,
Yeah, you know, but that's a million views though. And you think about
it was $150.
it's definitely that. And it's like if I make every time I make a video, I'm like, is there one thing? And a lot of them that I make, I have friends and family with depression and anxiety and all that as well.
yeah.
And when I make these videos, a lot of them are thinking about somebody. I did one on the mastermind group that I started on Facebook because I talked to somebody else that was going through some tough times on the
Right.
group, and I hung up talking to them and I made a video because it inspired me because what they were going through. So I'll do some of the videos about the 4 turtles sitting on the log was one of them that I had a family member going through some stuff, and you know, I started tearing up in my videos. I've cried in a couple of the most recent videos.
You know, it's interesting. You're drawing inspiration like a musician would, you know, and it's in a way, right? It's a real life experience. And you take that moment and you translate it into some kind of output of, well, you can call it art. I mean, whatever, you know, cause it's art. And that's amazing. Like that,
experience it.
Yeah.
I mean, Inspirational Connection TV right here, Samantha. She has a channel that she is also, you should check it out. Is like, she just started this, and she talked about how there was a lot of struggle, people making, you know, not fun of her, but, you know, not giving her the props about trying to start something as a mom or whatever. And she starts, you know, just talking about believing in yourself, you're worth it. And you know, she's getting a lot of positive feedback from things like that. And those kind of channels can do really well. I think you have to make up your mind that you're willing to commit yourself to that topic every so couple weeks.
Yeah, and I have been lately, you know, but I took a break in April when we were doing that live everyday thing. I took a good month off to try to get through Daryl's book and just focus on, you know, just take a deep breath. And we were doing the live videos every day. But I don't want to be one of these people that just keep cranking out videos to crank them out, which you need to keep consistent and keep cranking them out. But I don't want to be the, hey, if you believe it, you can achieve it, blah, blah, blah. You just the BS cookie cutter type stuff. I want those experiences. Like you said, why did I make the sorry? You're like, John, what's that sorry one about? And I was trying to think after you said that, what triggered me to make it? And I couldn't because I could tell you what triggered me to make a lot of the others. But some of them I look at a quote or I look at something and I say, you know, you just hear people, oh, I wish I would have told them what I thought. I wish I would have whatever. And whatever inspires me to do it, I like to do it. The last video I made, not the last live one, but the last one, maybe it was a sorry one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
After doing that live every day in April challenge, I used to sometimes have 50 to 70 or more clips for a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15-minute video. sometimes almost 100 clips because I'd go, good day. Wait, no. Good day, everybody. And then I do it again. Good day, everybody. Just go through all these and then do the first line over and over and over and then try to find the right one.
God.
But after doing April, doing the live every day in April
I
challenge,
think Daryl's going to send you to a therapist.
he might. Yeah. And
He's gonna be like, listen, John, I can't help you out.
This is above my pay grade.
Right. Listen, I'm going to cut you a deal.
See the live videos. The live videos.
What if I return? What if I refund your book cost? Would that help?
I did it from start to finish without stopping, without repeating everything. So if I'm getting in that mode now that I can just hit record, and if I say something wrong, I have a weird speech pattern. Somebody said I talk like, what is it, Wallace Smith? Is that his name from Princess Diary? Wallace.
I
found it inconceivable.
Yeah, you kind of sound like him. I would have never thought of that. Yeah.
So I said S's. My S's are different. Inconceivable. Look, you're gonna have me drink this drink, and then I'm gonna
And what's funny is people said I look like Andre the Giant in that movie.
Yeah, if I take my glasses off and squint.
No, me.
Said that. No one said that.
No one.
Yeah.
No one's ever said that.
No. Yeah, I agree. I agree that nobody said that. But now it's just like hit record, go through, and the last video I put up on the sorry one was the easiest one I ever made. So if I can get in that flow of not spending, sometimes I'm up till 3 a.m. editing and stuff.
Yeah. So
it
sounds to me you have what, and Jeff has it, I have it, and it seems to be like so common with YouTubers and any kind of, I kind of feel weird calling myself a content creator because I don't know. I don't feel like I'm very creative, but what happens with us, I feel a lot of the time is we have to get past it and get something done. And perfection, it doesn't have to be. And if you sit there and you get stuck on making sure everything's perfect, but you have no end product, then what's it worth? What's it worth in the long run?
I think what John's pointing out too. I'm sorry. I think what John's pointing out too, John P, is that this has got to be easier for to get from A to Z in one kind of shot, though, when it's something that is near and dear to your heart. In other words, if you're talking about doing something outside of that, let's get back to the Bush thing. And I realize that's a different type of content. But if this is something that really is a part of your, I guess, passion or something that is a big value to you, I would imagine in a way that's a little bit easier to kind of freeform as opposed to feeling like you're being robotic or mechanized.
Yeah. I don't script. I know a lot of people, and you sound robotic when you put too much thought into it. I remember, if you go back, one of my older videos, it was, the thumbnail's like me like this, and it's like a negative type, image and whatever. And there's like a star on my hand, but it was an optical illusion. Now look at the star in the center. Make sure you don't take your eyes off of that star, because I wanted everything to sound perfect and not my normal speech that I don't think sounds perfect. And I sound like, the movie phone, press number one to watch,
right.
And it sounded horrible. And now I said stuff wrong on the last video, and I'm like, screw it. I'm not when I talk to somebody in person and I mess up my words, I don't, let me redo that sentence to you.
Exactly.
It's from my heart, and they know when you're faking it. And that whole sorry one, the whole, the Mr. Rogers one, the other one, a lot of the longer ones I've done recently, I just hit record. I have an idea and I start talking. Like the last one, it's just over 8 minutes, but it was 14 minutes from start to finish without redoing anything. I just hit record and went through. But then you cut out all the little things that you might find interesting, but it does not have anything. It is not needed for that story.
Right.
And that is the real art. Putting stuff out.
Circle Hook Productions right here saying my videos can be super frustrating. 24 hours of footage that might not have any content worthy material all depends on how fishing goes. My videos make it look like fishing is crazy exciting, right? So he's got all this video and he's capturing a small amount of it to make it look, exciting or, great. And yeah, right. People are going to see through. And that's the great thing about live streaming, right? Though, John, is like people can see you make mistakes, and we do make them, and you're human, and people want to see that people are human. So I understand
Bullet
that.
points are good. I
Jeff,
did
right?
my first public show since all this crap hit the fan. My first public show was last night, and I had little bullet points on a little piece of paper on my stand that I could look at if I wanted to. But bullet points are not bad. So, kind of.
Yeah, it gives you
Yeah.
something. Blueprint.
We're going to go on a trip down the East Coast. We're going to be going to here, 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 and here.
Yeah.
I don't need every turn, whatever. I just know the basic 4 things that we're going to hit, and I'll hit record, and then I start talking about whatever. And the hardest part is cutting out the crap. Oh, and also here's a tip for everybody. And I don't know, I did this tip on somebody else's too. The one thing that I do, and I didn't do it today, so I hope I'm okay. But I will do a quick selfie. This could save you hours of time. And I'm not being funny. I do a quick selfie.
I'm not being funny.
Real quick.
Selfie like that. And then you look and you go, are there any boogers in my nose? Because I get shot for a long, long, long time, and retake after retake, those 70 or 100 files. And I go to edit and I'm like, son of a gun.
As long as you don't take about 70 of those pictures beforehand to make sure really good that you don't have anything.
And another thing that I just started
on his phone, his wife looks at his phone. He's got nostril shots, hundreds of them.
Yeah, I try to delete those, but there are hundreds of nostril shots.
What kind of weird fetish are you into, sir?
Inspirational Connection TV says that she has to do a script. If I don't, I'll be off on everything. And I think
being off on everything.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but she, if you watch her, she does try to stay on her content, and she flows pretty well.
Which is,
I see her point.
Great.
Yeah, she tries, and so we all do. Jeff actually came to me a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, trying to help me organize with some documents on those internets, those things.
Those internets
and bullet docs is what it was, but he thought it was like brain surgery. So
yeah, pretty much. It's crazy how I can be very technical about things I need to be, and very clueless about things that everybody else thinks. You guys know how it is. Like sometimes you just focus on what's.
Sometimes you're just not interested. You can be really technically adept, but there could be things you just don't really care about. I don't really care about accounting software, to be honest with you. So I'm probably not very good at it, although I am. But it's not because I want to be. There's just certain things that, we only have so much time and energy in the day to learn things. Right. I wanted to circle back on something that, John, you said that you didn't want to put up a review on TubeBuddy on the new streaming site.
Yeah.
Right. And I totally get that. And I think, but then part of me goes, well, that works actually in its own way. But
yeah,
but you did name your stream, I think, very specific.
Royalty-free music.
Yeah, but you know what? He just started.
He could change it.
I could change it, but I want that niche.
I think you need to reel it in. I want the royalty music thing. Another thing that I did on the last couple of ones. Here's something that I don't know if you guys go nuts over this or not. What?
But I would set up my camera or just get out my iPhone and put it on my switch pod thingy, which is right here.
Oh, you bought one of those?
Oh yeah, I got one. Yeah, I got it. Pat Flynn is so great. Pat Flynn is wonderful. But the old switch pod.
That's not me. Is it me?
Pod thing.
What about it?
So I put my phone on that to get my thumbnail pictures. But what I've been doing lately with this camera right here, I hit record on Ecamm, and this has saved me so much time too. And I go, and I just take videos. I take one video.
Yeah.
And I pause and I go
for thumbnails.
Yeah. and then I pause it on QuickTime, and then when I go to do the screen capture,
Yep.
the little play button, all the stuff disappears. So I'm not seeing my camera go 3, 2,
Right.
click. Oh crap! The light was off. The light was different. I was too.
Yeah, you just like throw a bunch up there. If they work, then that's good because it's like in the flow.
Yeah. So there's a whole video of me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good tip, actually. Because
So,
I sit here
talk
and
about a weird video.
I take like 10 pictures and then see how it goes.
Just do one video and freeze. Stop.
Robert says he just hits the record button, no script. And I could do that. You know what? That really depends on the material sometimes, right?
He's a very cool, behind the microphone and whatever.
He sounds great. There's no doubt about that.
Sounds great. And I think that your brain has a script because that's how you wrote your script. Your brain has ideas. And there's been times that even with More Than Human, when we were filming the Discovery stuff, a lot of the run-throughs or whatever, it's like, we're going to go for that one, or some of the commercials I've done or different TV things I've done. Even some of the photo shoots I've done for promo shots. Some of the best ones are just
bikinis
through.
They're what?
Yeah.
The run-throughs. You're not thinking of they're filming or they're taking the photos, but you're just so relaxed. And
it's not like so thought out, right?
Oh, this is a one. This is a one. With the TV shows, I had a little earpiece, and the producers would be talking to me and saying, "Move here, or ask them this, or ask them that, whatever." I'd always have voices in my head, and but they would give me a script. They would give me a whole info packet. Like we had a guy that was struck by lightning numerous times and whatever.
Jesus.
And here's the whole script on the type of clouds and the type of lightning and the situations and whatever. Finally, you would hand it to me.
Nimbus.
The producer says, we have to hand this to you and tell you to read it, but I know you're not going to. Because as a host, I don't want to know everything.
Right. You want some mystery, right?
Tell me about such and such. I don't want to, and I want to act surprised, not, well, wasn't the nucleus, whatever, such and such. I'm just a guy off the street talking to these people that have through a lot of stuff.
I mean, you see this a lot with like 20 to 30 years DJs, for example, where you have a local morning when here, these guys have been doing this for 30 some years. They do not hang out. They do not talk to each other before shows, during shows, or after shows anymore, because they want some distance for the energy and for not knowing what you're really going to say. So even, you can see how people actually prepare that sort of, that little void, I guess.
But if you're doing corporate things and technical things, you definitely want to have, especially for legal reasons and stuff with corporate. But for the average vlog, back to Casey Neistat or whatever, he's just going to buy his juice and whatever. And believe me, he has stuff that.
Yeah, but his stuff is put together really well.
He is so great. The weird thing on this StreamYard,
we don't even want to go there.
Yeah, because I usually, on the version we have anyways, we can see the comments in the.
I know, I can't see the comments either. I don't know if the John hit us.
No, I didn't.
Really? Because all I got is the private chat.
I like this because then it keeps us organic then.
Does it? Is that what you call it?
I did not do that, but I didn't change anything from last time. And last time you saw the comments, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm in. All I got is a private chat with old John, which is great, but I don't think it's going to be great for the visual with him and I chatting back.
So Roy Richardson says several YouTubers have said that they should stage your thumbnails instead of video captures. So I got fixated on that, and I get that. I mean,
I've heard that. Yep.
Oh yeah, thumbnails. You have to have an incredibly great thumbnail. If I just went through, like, even for the Facebook, I've done 106 live Facebook shows on my magician friend Franz Harari's Facebook thing. We've been interviewing magicians from around the world, top guys and ladies in the business. And I used to try to get a frame of the entertainer or whatever. Mm-hmm. Many times it's not a good one, or I'd have to download the whole video and whatever. So now I'm just using their promo shot. They all have promo shots. So I'm using their promo shots as a thumbnail. But yeah, don't go for just a regular frame. Definitely do the smile. They say faces on there. If there's people on there.
My wife makes fun of me. She's like, why is every face like And I'm like, she's like, yells at me. She's like, you got to
True,
talk to your face. And I'm like, listen, it's the dramatic stuff is what people like. And then now
And
do you put the glow? Do you not put the glow?
If you're if you're sad, if you're whatever, if you're wearing scantily dressed, they might think it's mature, even if it's not.
Right.
If there's blood, if there's whatever, if there's anything that the bots can pick up on as a negative,
Yeah.
make it a pick it for you. Because you look at it, put your topic in whatever frame you think is good on your thumbnail, and do a search under that same topic, and drop yours in there. I always do a screenshot of that thing, especially on my cell phone, and then I drop mine over one of the other ones, and I say, which one would I click on? And if it's just a shot like of us right now, there's so many others that they could choose from rather than a 3-shot of guys that,
Right.
Yeah.
One's looking away or one, whatever. It's not good.
So John, what are you doing? Are you, when you're making those thumbnails, you just, no, are you taking those pictures yourself and then you're taking those backgrounds out to put your beautiful mug out there, or what do you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
He uses
real quick. I want to just Inspirational Connection TV says, I try to make sure I have all the details in place before I start my stream, which is good. I'm so nervous. I'm still struggling with my chat. It throws me off not having it set up correctly. So the chat is tough, and it's also like when you're trying to get your point across, you kind of want to be able to come back to the chat and not let it go, because you really want to have those people in the chat engaging as much as possible and popping up a lot of stuff, because those are the people that they're here to see you. So that is important. And my wife says that she doesn't yell. No, she's not yelling at me, but she just says, like, I'm making the same pictures. And I sit here, right? Because I'm a one-man show, right? Which is like all of us are. So I have my camera here, and I can move back. I could set the table up in the back. I could stand up, whatever I want to do. And I go through the software on the camera, on my screen. I hit the button, and it takes 10 different pictures, and I make different faces and whatever. And I take the best ones. And that's basically what I try to do, unless it's like, and I take the background out, and then sometimes I take the product, take the background out, and then piece it all together.
Do you have a green screen? What are you putting behind you to help you take that background out? Because the more busy you are back there, I'm just curious.
Well, I do have a green screen, but the thing is, if you're straight on,
John, what are you using to take your background out?
I use BF background remover. The website, I put like $10 in. They give you so many credits, and then if I want a high resolute picture, they take it out. But as time is going on now, I find myself soon to be probably paying for Canva Pro, because Canva
have
Pro
a remover, right?
Yeah, they just put it in about 3 months ago. So she says, second of all, I have two faces. One that looks confused, and the other one's.
I wouldn't know which is which, to be honest with you.
Right. I always look angry
and confused. So it's really difficult.
I have another tip for your viewers. If you wear glasses, that's off a few times. If you wear glasses, people, and even in my mastermind group, were saying, how do you get the glare? Because I can look any which way. I have a ring light here. I have the umbrella light there. I have the bald light or hair light there.
Right.
All I did is I went to Costco, and I have anti-glare lenses. I paid the extra for the anti-glare lenses, but I went to Costco because I have 2 frames, and I just said, pop out these lenses.
Yeah.
So these are the same lenses that I wear in all my pictures in my everyday life.
Oh God!
This is all a show, man. This is the thing people don't get. It's it's all perception here, right? We're all just putting on a little.
That's what I use right there. I use remove BG, and that's what I do. I pay for so many credits, and you get that. And then Roy says, so much pressure. Some folks make YouTube seem so easy. I know it's just hitting record over and over and over again. And
well, we're not seeing how the sausage is. We're not seeing how the sausage is made on some of these, but you see, I've seen some pretty large YouTubers talk about the thumbnails, and everything you say is true, John P. That you want those, that look, right? You really do want to stage them to reference everything, but then you see they've got people helping them. They're really like models going out when people are taking the photos. We're one people shows. makes it just a little bit more complicated.
It's hard.
As long as you have a decent look angry like John or whatever, grumpy and angry face.
Right.
But
Your thumbnail
face is smiling because you are you, unless you are just doing a product review and you're not on the video at all, which I have a couple, with the animation or whatever where I'm not on it. So I wouldn't put my face on it if I'm not on it. But yeah, thumbnails
they're important. They're really important.
Description, titles and thumbnails. But your thumbnail has to be a good representation of what your video is. You can't say have a picture of you with a 100-pound bass, and then the video is you catching
it's about the blue Yeti.
The blue Yeti. So you can't
Blue Yeti
type thing.
Where is the blue Yeti?
The blue Yeti.
But yeah, you're right. So when you look at your thumbnail, right, and if you didn't have it
good, I need to work on my.
We all do. We all do. But if you look at someone's thumbnail, you should be able to pretty much be able to tell what that video is about without looking at the title, right?
Yeah, but sometimes it's a mystery. Like sometimes it's not. I don't know that that's always true. I think it's supposed to convey some sort of question or message about what may be in the box.
Right. You could be mysterious.
Yeah.
But I think more than all, it should make a pretty good connection because people are not sitting there reading title by title.
I'm seeing many thumbnails now with absolutely no text on them.
And sometimes better. And here's the deal with text. And I'm in the Nick Neiman's group. I'm in Brian G. Johnson's group. I'm in Daryl's group. Different groups, and people always put their thumbnails on and say, "What do you think of this thumbnail? What do you think of it? What do you think of it?" And it's the same. Are they reading anybody else's? This is something. There goes my ADD again. Look at what people are saying about other people's channels and thumbnails and everything. I would watch Nick Neiman give channel critiques to these other people.
Right.
So people,
I was one of them. My channel.
When's he going to review my channel? When I want mine reviewed, listen to what he's saying, and he is saying the same thing over and over and over. Every Saturday, 3 to 4 hour live stream, the same freaking thing over, and I still watch it, but it's the same thing over and over. So
Jeff and I are both shaking our heads because this is what we say, right?
Same thing. So I changed everything he said on mine, and then I gave him the super chat, and then he reviewed it, and he only had a couple of things. Well, I would do this or that, but everything else was hitting because I was listening and putting what he said into action every time he said it. The one thing with the thumbnails, so many people put text at the bottom right. You are going to have a timestamp over that text at the bottom right. And somebody said the other day on the group, well, that's really not important. I know it's going to be I know it's going to go over that, but what is there is not important.
No, it is.
Wait, wait. What's there is not important.
Right.
So why is it there? Because the timestamp's always going to be over it.
Right.
So
that's why I try to angle it up a little bit on that side.
If it's not important, delete it then.
Absolutely.
People can't see it, delete it, because it shows me that you're not a professional. The best thing what does that say? And if you're cutting off a different part of the word, it could say something else that you don't want it to say.
Patrick says I mostly do product reviews, so my thumbnails are usually pretty straightforward, but I'm concentrating more on getting a good workflow of pushing out content regularly first. I mean, you got to do it all, and your content gets better, and then your thumbnails get better. But it's a lot of work. It's no joke being a YouTuber. It is no joke.
And you put them up. And this is one thing that I didn't do at first. I would put it up, public or whatever, upload it and put it up unlisted. And then you work on the closed captioning. The subtitles is really important because some of their automated ones aren't good. And the more you get your keywords in there and get the correct subtitles in there, the better for the SEO.
Yeah.
Put it up unlisted. Make sure everything's good. Make sure you're not getting any copyright strikes or anything.
Well, they check that now first.
Yeah, but put it up unlisted and then tweak all your all your descriptions and everything else. Look at it, and then schedule it or make it public when you want to. But
You know,
all
somebody,
these
I'm
people
sorry.
unlisted all the
It's
time.
somebody who's going through the new trial. I mean, I'm working on stuff today down here to get the content, and I'm really trying to get into that flow already of, you know, the system and the flow, because you do want to kind of create a system to be more efficient. But I can appreciate what he's saying as far as the thumbnails. At some point, you probably, especially at the beginning, you are kind of taking corners. You don't have the efficiency and the mindset to do so much well if you're trying to get stuff done every week.
Right.
As quickly as you can get on the thumbnails, obviously those are so critical to everything. But I can appreciate that. Yeah, look, don't worry about it. You know, get your first 20, 50, whatever.
Do your first 100. Roberto Blake says, do your first 100 crappy, make 100 crappy videos and get them out there. Just keep hitting that.
Well, the idea is not to make them.
Just do it.
The idea is not to make them crappy, but you want to.
They'll be crappy when you look back.
You want to make sure that they improve along the way, right?
If you look back at a video from 100 videos ago, and you look now, and you don't think you progress, you know, you're still the same.
Something's wrong.
You're always wanting to get better. And I look back at some and cringe. And the one thing with the audience interaction, and Luria Petrucci does this well, and other people do this well, and I do this on all the live shows that I do on Facebook with my magician friend. If you're new, type new in the comments.
Yeah.
Welcome. If you're new here, if you're a regular, well, welcome back. It's great to have you. And what I'd like to do is let me know what kind of day you're having. Drop an emoji. Everybody listening right now, watching right now, drop an emoji in there and let me know how your day is going based on that emoji. Is it happy? Is it crappy? Hopefully it's not sad. Hopefully you're having a really great day.
This was all a setup for him.
Comments.
Overlay.
It is. It's a setup.
But it's getting the audience involved. And on my last video, and I think Jeffrey commented on it, I said, you know, talking about sorry and how apologizing to somebody for what you did, or what, you know, even if you don't think you were wrong, can make things move forward and everything else. And I said, sorry seems to be the hardest word. Now, I don't listen to music much. Was that Elton John? I think it was. Pretty sure it was Elton John. Sorry to be the hardest word.
Well, yeah, it was kind of Elton John-ish.
So Jeffrey wrote, oh, it's so-and-so and so-and-so else.
Bernie Taupin, but
whatever.
Yeah.
But I made that, you know, let me know in the comments. I knew it was an Elton John song, but you want to get people interacting in your comment. See, you got that on
right down below after the video. Put a comment, say hi.
Yeah. Yep. Right after you get done subscribing to my YouTube.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna sit here and not annoy everybody.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
God.
But get them involved in it. Get them involved.
Sorry, everybody.
And commenting. So did anybody put emojis in there? Probably not. So how many people are left?
No emojis.
No.
Dang it.
It's fine.
They don't care.
I'll put an emoji in there. Don't you stress it. Hang on. I'll do one for you.
People are trying to still figure out what the hell we're talking about.
Well, you know, it's an interesting, you know, it's funny because
subscribed. Thank you.
Oh,
so you guys know,
okay, detected.
If you want to subscribe to John or Jeff's channel, in the description are the links to both of those, and John Pullman's
Pullman.
Every time with you, you get his name wrong.
They always say Pullman. He
does. I don't.
Pullum. I said Pullum.
It's Pullman, Pulliam, pulled
I'm
hand.
from New Jersey.
It's M at the end. And it's funny. I can tell people Pullum. And as I'm saying M, they're writing Pullman. And I even have, I own John.
I've seen you do that before.
I own johnpullum.com. I own pullum.com. I own John-Pullum. And I also own John-Pullman. So on my old business cards, I'd put John-Pullum. So if they typed it in wrong and put John-Pullman, they would still get me.
I own John Push 'em Pull 'em.
Yeah. I could never be a
I
dentist.
knew you were going to try to get that one, so I bought
I
it.
could never be a dentist with.
I got johnryan.org. I just wanted that one.
John Ryan makes sad faces on his thumbnails.com.
That's a hot one.
It's a hot one. It's right there with the angry faces one he has. .net. Streamers and their toys.
Because I know we're coming towards the end of this. I think. We have
another hour to go.
We got another hour to go? Okay.
Get it.
Fine. That's fine. Maybe my dog will come back in. The door will open or something. I wanted people to put in those emojis, and we have emojis coming in there. See, your wife did it because she subscribed and loves me because she likes bald guys with dark rimmed glasses.
That's right.
She's confused right now.
Yeah, she's very confused.
Like, what the hell was this whole stream about?
There.
But I want to show something, and then hopefully the audio will go. If not, let me know and I'll take it off. But in my stage show,
an emoji.
There we go. There's an emoji. That's going. Happy. He's always happy to be here. In my motivational entertainment show, I do a mentalism. It's a comedy mind reading, interacting with people's thoughts. So I brought something onto the show today that I want to try, and you need to get close to your computer, get close to your phone, so you can actually touch the screen, because I'm going to try something with emojis right through the screen. It's something I pre-recorded, but I have it here, and hopefully I'm going to try it. Hopefully it will play. I don't know if you need to hit it or if I can bring it up. I'll try to bring it up. I'm going to hit the play button.
I can add it to stream if you want.
Yeah, see if it... So many emojis to choose from, so little time. A second ago, I had you put in the comments what emoji best represented your day. But now, I'd like you to put your finger on any one of these emojis. Right now, point and put your finger on any one of these emojis. Now, that's right. Move your finger to the closest clown emoji. Put your finger on the closest clown emoji.
It's on John right now.
Next, move your finger to the closest devil. Purple devil. Move your finger to the closest purple devil. And last but not least, move your finger to the closest smiley face. Make sure it's the closest. I'm going to try to find where you are. So many possibilities to choose from, but there you are, right there. And you, my friend, are so cool for being here. And thanks for letting me read your mind.
Did that work for you, Jeff?
Yeah, it did. The first time he did that one time during Lita, and I don't know, I'm slow, but I was like freaked out. Huh?
I think I did it wrong.
I'm sure you did it wrong, because following directions apparently.
I tried to fool everybody.
Well, let me know in the comments if it worked for you, right? You know, I tried to design it so it would work for everybody that was really, really smart.
Ash, did that work? It didn't work for me.
I think we got our answer right here.
Ash says, wow. And John says, I was on the pile of poop.
John says, don't.
Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, it was kind of neat.
It's very cool.
Yeah. You can interact with your audience right from their screen. And that's a really cool thing now with this virtual world we're in, with the virtual world we're in right now.
You're like that guy, David, what's his name? Blaine.
David, what's his face? David,
Wow.
what's his face? Yeah.
David, pull him.
Yeah, David Pullman.
David Pullman.
Pull.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
But there's a lot of stuff that I can do. I can do the other mind reading stuff online, and it's it's pretty cool now. And just the whole StreamYard.
Does that work with your shirt?
Else. Pardon?
Does that work with your shirt?
With my shirt, you can
Put your finger on this flower.
Yeah. Depends
Stop
on
touching
you know.
yourself. That's kind of weird.
And then I'll let him touch my shirt. The
Jesus.
I know how those work, but I got a lot of prep. Great job, thank you. It's this whole thing with Zoom and everything else. Now, no matter what industry you're in, you can talk to people. See it work for because Amy's smart.
That's my wife. She
Smart.
worked for her.
Both
Yeah.
of our wives are smart.
Genius.
Smart.
One husband got it right. Sorry.
One husband, yeah, one out of it worked for all the 2 out of 3 people. It worked for. But now we can have conference calls and everything else because your audience, your customers are used to these Zoom calls. So I'm sorry all this happened over the last year, but it has sure made everybody's life a little bit more used to doing these things, made people used to, I'm a big introvert living in an extrovert field, and I'm great at a party and everything else, but I have my
I
time.
don't know how you guys pull this stuff off. Every time like Jeff says that or you say that, John.
I'm good at it. I'm good at being an extrovert.
Yep. Yeah. I'm a major introvert.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'd rather be here.
I'm a major extrovert as growing up.
Okay. I'm not. I was never.
I become more to myself as I gotten older, but I think that's not abnormal. But when I was young, I was like really extroverted, and both of you guys, like when I look and talk to you guys, I can't even fathom that.
You do have to. I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
I would do shows out of my bedroom window as a little kid, magic shows, puppet shows, everything. And there would always be a knock at the window by other neighbor kids, younger, my age, older.
The creepy neighbor's back.
Yeah, neighbor's back.
He's got another rabbit.
Looking back now, it was me wanting to make everybody else happy, like the show I did last night. I was fine. I'm good at communicating with people, and and getting the audience revved up and everything else, and amazing them with the stuff. And I love it. And I go home and I'm just still pepped up. But I go to these corporate things. It doesn't matter if it's in Hawaii or Texas or wherever, and I'll meet and greet and I'll whatever. And then it's like, okay, the timing. Okay, this is not too early and not too long. I'm going to get back to the hotel room. And Jeffrey was saying that too after the shows. It's like, I don't
want to deal with the people. I don't want to. I want to just go right back to the hotel room and not be bothered by that stuff. We talked about that one day, and I don't mind. If I'm pulled out into the people that want to talk to you after the show, if I'm pulled in there and forced to do it, I usually have a good time. Like you say, it's nice to see the reactions. They're happy, but I have to be pushed into it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather just go back to the hotel room and wait till the next.
I love making people happy. So when the TV show was on, and my kids were younger, so we'd go to like Greenfield Village, Henry Ford Museum, all these different places. And I knew odds were pretty good that people were going to recognize me because we were on like 3 times a week on Discovery. And they were thrilled and wanted autographs and pictures. And it made my day because I made their day. And it wasn't for the ego thing. It was like just me being there can change.
Cool. They probably tell their friends, hey, I saw that guy on the Discovery Channel, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Ash, I would say 100% introvert, but doing these
I would say so too.
Stuff to educate people, and it's your little way of getting out and around people right from the comfort of your own home and the safety of the camera. I would say 100% introvert. You could be at a party and people would say, are you having a great time? And you could say, yeah, because they don't realize it, but you can be that one that's watching from you sometimes feel like you're watching from the outside looking in, and you enjoy people having a good time and learning and whatever, but you are the most,
I can feel like that
I would
sometimes because you can be an extrovert but not fit into the scene.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I am not everybody's scene, and nor do I want to be.
I'd like to be shocked at this revelation, but
I really pretty much dance to my own song my whole life. So
she's actually an extrovert. That's
my wife just laughed. You hear her laugh in the background?
That was my second guess. That was
I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. It was a loud one because I heard it.
I thought a seal got murdered.
Oh, God.
I was like, what the
I heard that. I'm like, oh my goodness, what was that? Oh my goodness.
That surprised me.
I'm surprised a little bit.
There you go.
I always shock people with that, just like you do too. But John, when I tell people I am a massive introvert, but I'm like you, I grew up that way. I was a people pleaser. I did it because I moved around a lot. I was a middle child, and you're just cornered into this, constantly having to please people to fit in to new surroundings or those new situations. So
I'm skinny dipping. Sorry.
I can't do anything skinny.
Ash is skinny dipping.
Yeah. There's not anything I could do skinny in my whole life.
John's never skipped Denny. He's never skinny dipped.
Your hand down. Yeah.
I'm a total in-row.
I think Ash and my wife are drinking.
There we go.
It's like a wine competition.
But at least you know how to touch the screen and get the smiley face right.
Right. They're smarter than me, even when they're drunk.
Ash is going to do the next
Any
episode
different challenge?
for talk show skinny dipping. Yeah. We did one on the Franz Ferrari show. He says, numbers are going down. We have to change it up. Let's do a topless episode. So we both took off our shirts. And then we called other people in, other magicians.
That'd be funny.
Our main guest wouldn't do it, but 3 other people called in topless, 2 women and 1 guy. But
but it was on the phone, John.
No, they were there on video. It was still funny though. People were like tuning in. Talk about comments. What did I just get into?
What is this?
Guys, is this Franz? This is Hans, and I am topless on the phone. I'm calling in topless.
Please take off your clothes and sign on to StreamYard was basically
John be the only one to walk in without pants. And so it'd be the opposite of what we intended.
That was a funny intro for Lita. I don't know.
I'm wearing a 2-piece outfit right now. Socks.
That Lita, one of the rules in that Live Every Day in April was no nudity.
Right.
So I pre-filmed one where I forgot that there was a no nudity rule, and I ended up putting on my clothes during the intro. I thought it was.
No, you didn't. Stop.
You saw it, didn't you?
No, it did.
I did. I started it out naked, and I put on my underwear and my pants and everything else on video.
Yeah, as a joke.
Huh?
As a joke. You did it as a joke. You didn't do it for serious.
No, it was 100% a joke. But yeah, you didn't see anything other than naked chest, which all the women were going, wow, where are the muscles?
I was screenshotting that whole thing. I'm like, I'm gonna get every photo of this.
Tassels on top. He's like,
yeah, give me a show.
Yeah, that's it. He was loving it.
Buy me dinner first.
What? How did we even get here?
I don't know. It all started out about how to do YouTube, and I'm saying I'm going to.
This is a huge pivot of a niche. Is all I got to say right here.
Patrick. I don't even know how we got here. How did we get? It's like a
MySpace and Friendster. Yeah. So back to YouTube. My goal is motivation, and I hope. I want people to subscribe if they want to. Look at that overlay. If they want happiness and motivation. And, the motto of the channel right now, I redid the banner and stuff. And it's making the world a happier place, one person at a time. And today I'm starting with you. Because if I can reach that one person and change their day, I would like 1 million views on all of my motivation things. And it is funny. And you find this on Facebook and anything else. You could say, it's the anniversary, 15 years or whatever, an anniversary where I donated bone marrow to save a stranger's life. This is true. I went in and I had 12 to 15 holes drilled into my hips.
Oh, God.
All that I was a match. I had 12 to 15 holes drilled into my hips to donate bone marrow to.
That's pretty amazing.
That's a huge gift. Yep.
So and I was in pain for a good month. And every time I'd sit, stand, cough, walk, I was in it felt like it slipped on the ice and hit your.
Oh yeah,
that's how it felt. Every.
Samantha just said, "Right, I am trying to figure out why we're having this conversation." And John, you just cleaned it all. You cleaned it up in 30 seconds with that conversation.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
redeeming.
Put a post like that up and get a couple likes or whatever, maybe.
Right.
And you could put up a thing that says, "Hey, I just got groceries and there was an extra plastic bag hanging," or whatever. Or do you do double bagging when you do groceries, or paper or plastic? Or man, I love sushi. Oh, I hate sushi. All this stuff. You can do something life-changing for somebody and not get much reaction. You can out a crap load of dirt out of your wife's flower pot. Go buy a ghillie suit at a Army surplus store. Go to the some plastic vines, sit in a pot and scare the crap out of unsuspecting people.
Well, what does this tell us, though? I mean, you're laying something out that is common. So what in a nutshell, what is this telling us?
It's telling us that the world needs more happiness. The world needs to care more. The world needs to have more compassion and love and paying it forward and doing, you don't have to go and have holes drilled in your hip to try to save somebody, but be nice to somebody, opening the door, paying for the coffee from the person behind you. we need all that, but people want to watch crap usually.
Yeah.
And want mindless thing that they can just sit there and look like John Ryan's thumbnail. No, not
Your mouth's got to be
No,
open
you're
wider.
right. I mean, it goes to show you that people, they're just
That's good.
right.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a serial killer
I
look.
know exactly where that's from. Yep.
That is so good. You guys can do a twin thing right now.
like my these
Yeah.
things, they're fat or whatever. So
Yeah, I hit the boy in the head because I hit him in the head with a hatchet.
kids are always, Dad, stop it.
Oh, I'm dying.
Do the laundry.
The more we go on, the more people are leaving. They've had enough of us.
Oh, this is all for us at this point. I think.
Ash is going skinny dipping right now.
People want to laugh or they want to learn. I mean, they're either on YouTube because they have to figure out something, or they want to laugh. I get, you know what I mean? And in a way, John, by you going out and doing all that crazy stuff to put yourself a little bit at risk, you just sit there and scare people. I mean, you could argue that you were like, I'm doing this because I want the likes and I don't think that's you. I think you wanted to go out there and make some people happy, make them laugh by going to Halloween. Yeah, and you did.
I knew it would scare the crap out of people big time. And I'm all about the pranks, man. I'm all about, like, when I even do my speaking gigs, and this is, I'm 51, a 51-year-old man that still does this. I'll take the pill. This is horrible, but I'm opening up to you guys.
It's okay. You're safe.
I will take the pillows and make a dummy in my bed to make it like somebody is still laying in that bed sleeping. And I get
eating that dummy.
I take the TV, keep the TV on, the blinds are closed. So it really looks like somebody either passed away or is still sleeping. And there's been times that I've even reached in and pulled the closet door open. So when housekeeping or whoever opens the door, that other door is going to hit it. So there's no way in hell that somebody left that room and still had that door open.
Mm-hmm.
So I do.
It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing, right? You're getting into the.
Yeah. My son did that to me.
For the reaction. I'll do pranks. I'll do pranks that I am not there for the reaction at all.
Yeah.
This is you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to show you.
It's because
I find it.
I just want to say that Danielle removes the pillows so she can make room for the dummy in the bed.
Right. Thanks a lot. I have a
I'm sorry.
Right. So it really comes down to, Ashley will love this. Who is your audience?
Right now, they would have to be pretty deranged or drunk. But,
just, I tried to put something together. Right. Come on.
No, I like that. I really loved her stream last night, and I'm got to steal some of these every 15-minute like little flow statements.
Little thoughts, right?
I like that. No, it's great.
Something else that a friend of mine had made that I put on.
See if it focuses ever.
I hope it does.
Voice activated. Say loudly. Paper towel now.
Oh
See,
my God.
Put it on the paper towel dispenser in the public restrooms. So people, and you're not there to hear it or see it, but people go, paper towel now, and it's not an automated one, but because you just do things because somewhere somebody's yelling paper towel now.
And yeah.
It's your wife laughing again?
Yeah, she's laughing again.
Just like things in life.
You gotta have a dynamic mic. You can only hear.
I think that's the biggest thing, John. If you are so committed that you'll do pranks that you're not around to see the result. To me,
realize. Yeah.
But you're laughing when you're doing it, though. I mean, you're laughing because you're giggling, right?
I laugh at stuff. If something goes wrong to myself, I just crack up and nobody's there, or I hit my head or whatever, and I've done too many times.
Hit my head 17,000 times.
But back to the YouTube. Around.
See the shiny thing?
Shiny thing.
It's YouTube.
Back to YouTube.
Basically, what John has done, he's created one channel that is Astonly 9 specific in the new channel where it's just can only be one thing, and he's got another one that's so broad-based he's going to go hire professionals to analyze him like an experiment and hope that they can Frankenstein him into the right.
Have a lot of different. I am going to have a lot of hour 2. Is it already hour 2?
Yeah. Well, I know.
I am going to have other niche. How do you say it?
Either.
Niche channels with I'm not gonna put other
What
stuff.
channels are you going to try to have? Maybe you should ask Dean Inman and Daryl Everett. Should you have
We have other
14
channels. Daryl has tons of different channels, and he has his Daryl Eves one for his own thing, and then he has his other whatever.
Yeah, but he's really successful, at least that one. Like
all of them. He has like the gold play buttons and all that stuff. I'm trying to see comments here because this is driving me nuts that I can't see any.
Yeah, it's so interesting, John. You really foobarred this tonight. There's no chats for us.
So weird. Like
it's weird.
There's nowhere to hit that, is there?
No. I don't know. I ended up. I do have them up on. I don't know. I have a laptop. I already have chat up on YouTube, so I've been watching. But I do know what you mean. That it's a little unnerving not to be able to see the. I mean, Circle Hook just said, damn, he could be saying that about us. He may be mad. He may not be liking what John and I have to say.
Who's that?
Damn.
Oh,
damn. I don't know. I have no context for that. So.
Yeah, but you see, you don't even see this when I pop these up. You don't even
we see those. We see those.
I'm popping just about everything up.
Well, yeah, I guess. But
no, I am pretty much almost everything.
But sometimes we want to go in and pull things out.
I hear you, but I don't think I can control that, right? Because I don't have a thing
on the right side. Maybe you just didn't pay your bill or something. I don't know.
Settings. I hit settings twice. Here, private. Here's comments, and I'm in the comments.
Get closer to the screen.
There's banners.
They're laughing still. She laughs.
I hear it. It's because he's so serious when this is like watching a chimp try to write War and Peace. He's just trying to figure it out. He knows there's a banana behind that thing, but he can't get to it.
I can't see it. I don't know. I didn't touch any settings here. That's why I'm telling you. Did you notice that I changed the background?
What background? Yours?
Not the normal background. Yeah, I changed that.
What do you mean, the color?
Yes.
You changed the hue, and we're all supposed to dance around. Like you look at the big change at the background because you changed the hue.
Yeah, you changed the color. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Oh, you changed.
I thought you meant your room. I didn't know you meant your actual. Like, okay, well, I guess that's better than having comments.
I thought they were too bright, so I stuck with this one. This is the regular one.
Yeah, you absolutely dialed in what chat needed.
Yeah, use that one because it makes you look more bright.
that makes you blend in there, like that Hello Kitty color you got going on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it works for you, but
this is turning into a Paul Burke episode.
It really is. We went Burke about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Burke Zerk.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Back to YouTube. Another thing on YouTube is like my daughter was making some videos on YouTube with her singing. She's a great singer. And one of the moms that was, mom at the school or whatever, she said, I subscribed to your daughter's channel. I said, but you've been telling me you've been watching her videos all these times that I'm putting up there. Why did you just subscribe now? And she said, because she told me to. I told her, I said, start saying subscribe to my channel. Another thing that I've heard is don't say smash that like button right away because YouTube wants, if it's like.
I got rid of my intro. I took my whole intro out. If you're
I was going to ask you guys about this. Can I ask you guys about this intro thing? Because, as I'm putting together my first, say 10 videos, what would your advice be to me at this point? No intro and no length of video? Like, should I just raw this out to a point of like no intro? It could be a phone even. I could sit here with a phone and do Jesus. This was going to be serious. And then you just went all monkey on me.
I would go no intro. I would be like, let's get into this video right now.
Right. Right.
It's no BS. We don't have time for an intro.
Because as I sat here and looking at all the possibilities and down to thumbnails, I'm like, there's so much friction for a new person to get content out. And we can get paralyzed at every step of the way, just getting DaVinci open or whatever, which is what I know. But I'm like, I don't even want to get bogged down in that. I kind of want to just get the footage. Like John says, cut the crap out, try to get a story.
I did and don't do the outro. You don't want,
no,
like one of my
end.
videos, it said where the drop off points were. And one of the drop off points were basically me saying, thank you so much for watching this video. And then I probably talked to another 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, once you say that, people
Like,
leaving already.
Once you're saying, whatever, you want to keep them going and then click the videos or whatever. You want to say that right at the end. But in conclusion, or like one of the last videos I did on the royalty free thing, I told the affiliate link right up front. And I said that I know you're supposed to keep people, but I wanted to try to get the signups. But you don't say, I'm going to give you the greatest tip on making such and such salad coming right up. You use such and such dressing. Well, you just gave the tip, so they're not going to watch the rest of the video. They're going to
You gotta bring them in to the thing.
And that's the same thing with subscribers. You want them to keep coming back for, like, I would imagine that all the subscribers that subscribe because of that prank video get the notifications that I have another video coming up on how to say, how apologies, how to say sorry, or how to, think like Mr. Rogers or whatever.
What the hell is this guy saying?
And then we're trying to figure out how's that a prank,
Yeah. I'm not going to click this because I'm not interested. So YouTube saying, hey, we're trying to
was that whole thing
Could you imagine?
I think by now, I don't think you have a lot of those people that subscribe to that are coming back and looking at sorry saying
subscriber.
You know how subscribers
on a whole, you don't get a lot of views from subscribers, really.
Right.
Unless you're like this billion-person channel.
Exactly.
Are you guys falling into the stuff I've been hearing more and more about? Hey, man, don't even push. Now, maybe it's different for guys who are under like 1,000, 5,000. We get that. Where push for the like button. Don't push for the sub. Even at the end, they're like, don't even push for the sub. Push for the like button for the because you only get one sub, but you really want the engagement numbers of likes. So one sub can.
The most important thing is, I would say, over the likes, and you probably are going to say I'm wrong. The interaction is good. The comments and likes show YouTube that people are liking it, of course. So they're interacting with it. And that's why I said, what did Sari say? Who did that? And, people would feel
engagement.
Right. What is your favorite thing? What do you like? Whatever. And you have to try to have it natural.
Yeah.
But the main thing that YouTube wants you to do, here's another tip coming up. Get ready, Ash. Get ready with your pen.
Hang on, we're gonna type this out.
She's skinny dipping. Get ready with something that you can
put some pants on.
Hello,
Let's do this.
Aaron. Thanks for stopping into the stream.
Oh, Aaron's here. That's great.
Yeah, continuous conversation. And here's Sammy. Sammy just popped
here
in.
too.
You missed the overlay, friend.
Thanks for popping in, brother.
Overlay thing.
Hey, Sammy, did you see the overlay that started? Go check it out. If you watch this video, I used it tonight.
Check him out dancing. Sammy Superstar on YouTube.
That's it.
So the main thing that YouTube wants you to do is to keep them on YouTube for as long as possible. When I was doing the TV show for the Discovery Channel, our premiere was on right before Mythbusters, and then it was Mythbusters, and then we had the rerun of our premiere right after that. It was on 3 times a week because Discovery Channel wanted a show similar enough to Mythbusters that if they were watching More Than Human, they would continue on to Mythbusters and more ad revenue. Or if they started watching Mythbusters, then they would continue on to More Than Human, the rerun again, to keep them on there. The main thing that you want to do with your YouTube videos is to keep people watching for as long as possible, hopefully till the end if you can get it. That's really rare, but over 50% is great. And at the end of the video, suggesting something that will make them continue watching YouTube. So if you have a playlist at the end, this is what I suggest. Don't put just one video on the end of it. Don't click this video for whatever. You can say that, but that video should be the first one on a playlist of other things. Like one of the ones I've been recommending recently, I did a search under motivational video or whatever, and I found some with millions of views, and it's different movie quotes and Will Smith's on it and whatever. And I have a playlist with that. And then, there's one of my little YouTube shorts. Yeah. And there's another, my Mr. Rogers.
And also, when you're just starting out, first of all, I want to say Circle Hook Productions said another thing that he's done recently is not ask for subs.
Verbally.
Just overlay some stuff in strategic parts of your video. And I like that subtle thing too, where you can do that. But also I like the fact of when you get about halfway through the video, and I've only started be doing this like the last 3 or 4 videos, when I come to like a point where I think that I've given them some good information, I'll just say like, if this has been any value to you, you may want to think about subscribing to my channel. And that's all I say. I don't say it at the end. I just say, see you on the next video or something like that. But I only do it once in a video. And sometimes I didn't do it at all because, first of all, I almost feel like if you're asking 3 times in your video, people are saying that you're not getting the content out. And that's more important. You're trying to sell yourself and your content is not selling yourself. If someone feels motivated to do it, maybe at one time you could push that little, you know, that little thing.
Yeah.
But
keep them watching. Keep them watching with the playlist.
Oh yeah. But
yeah.
the playlist,
also
right.
an option for and it's not a playlist, but you can do like YouTube recommends. So YouTube knows what you like. YouTube knows that Ash is looking at, you know, how to skinny dip in different states and whatever. So they know what videos. She's nodding her head. Actually, I can picture that.
But let me ask you something, John. Let me ask you about that. So, like me, I'm looking at putting 5 videos together, simple ones based on something like the Goal XLR or whatever, just to kind of. Am I better than knowing that I'm going to maybe create a little playlist for that to get them all done, so I can point to that playlist or that? Otherwise, if I just put one out and then go do another and get one out, I'm not going to really have that to point at.
Deal with the playlist. I made that playlist, the one with the Will Smith video and all that stuff. That playlist is connected to my John Pullum channel. So YouTube is giving me credit. Hey, John Pullum kind of kept these people on longer because they watched this whole video and then they went to that video and then they watched whatever video was recommended after that. They stayed on the platform. They are tipping the hat to you, saying they understand that you're the one that is bringing them more view time. And it doesn't matter who else's videos on that playlist. I've started putting other people's videos on that playlist based on what that playlist is. Like the Mr. Rogers one, I have other different Mr. Rogers things because they probably found it through that. And then
if it connects,
so it doesn't matter what playlist, but don't just have one video. Say, click here for that.
But my point is, I should wait until I have a few done. If I don't have anything to point to and just put one out.
Put
I was going to get into that, right?
When anybody else's playlist out, make a playlist.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Because it's still giving you credit. It doesn't.
All right.
If it's somebody with 1 billion subscribers, they still know that they went from your video to other videos you suggested and stayed on their platform for a long time. So you're getting that credit. So that's make a playlist. And
so for anybody, you're saying I make a playlist in my channel that's related maybe to this content,
whatever,
and I point to that particular playlist,
like these videos. You know, be sure to subscribe and hey, check out these videos. Some you might like.
Also, another thing, as you go on and make more videos, those end screens and those like little things that you put in your videos, you're going to go back and change them. Like you got to now, like if you got a couple things on the Rodecaster or a couple things on the Go XLR, or you got a mic that ties in with another mic, try to make those all interconnected. Cause like John said, they're there for like that like content. So if you have more of that like content that you made yourself, then add that like content in there. Now, I didn't catch on to that after a while. So because I didn't have a lot of like videos about something. So if I only had like one camera or one, about the Rodecaster, then really what can I connect? I try to find like something that would connect to music, but it maybe didn't, And so like John says, you can use other connections too to get there with it. But then also just like as you go on with your channel, make sure that you put a playlist together of those things, which I waited again a little too long probably. And then I put the channel together by playlists, which I waited too long about that because I didn't know that, I didn't know that I can go in and change my channel and put things higher and lower. And so it looks more appealing. So this way, people can find that information much faster.
And
John Bean, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
And also look at where your videos drop off because they all drop off at some point and see how many minutes. So let's say you made an 8-minute video and they're watching 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Right.
Put a card to a playlist that you suggest or a video, but I suggest a playlist. Put a card to a playlist, 10 seconds or 15 seconds, before that drop off point, because you did something in that video. If everybody's go, okay, I'm gonna leave now.
You could do a little redirection.
You're still getting them. You're still keeping that YouTube watch time, although they didn't watch all of your video. You are opening the door to say,
And,
you might
and
like
an example of that is I did the Roadcaster recording in multi-channel, right? And it was connected to doing it in Audacity. And if you go look at my video, it's like pretty high throughout when I'm showing them how to do things in Audacity. But when I went to go show them how to go download Audacity, it's free and this and that. Oh, big drop off, you know, like
already happened, probably.
Most of these people that are looking at this obviously had Audacity. They didn't need to go and find it and didn't want to watch 30 seconds of picking it out and downloading it. So,
he had the audacity to do that. So
yeah, I had the audacity to do it. But Aaron says my videos usually last between 7 and 9 minutes. What do you guys think about 5-minute videos? I know about the 10-minute algorithm for a chance to have more ads. I think that algorithm is now 8 minutes, by the way. But with how things are today, what is your take? So I think they changed that 10 minutes to 8 minutes now. But also, here's the thing. You shouldn't be trying to stretch your material out to meet, right, John? Because then you're going to lose people because you just want to get the info out. And anyone that in their right mind would tell you, get that information out in a swift, organized manner and give the people the information because that's what they want.
As long as it needs, how long should my video be?
As long as it needs to be.
It needs to be.
I mean, people do shorts, right? So, I mean, that's what it needed because that's the type of.
When you think shorts, they say the 15-second shorts do better because on the app, I got 15 seconds to do live. You can do up to a minute uploading, but the live shorts that you can do is a 15-second time limit. At least it used to be. So the 15-second one seems to be good. And then you think, wow, 15 seconds. What am I going to do in 15 seconds? How many of us had to have to? Everybody watching, unless you're paying for the Prime, whatever, you watch those 15-second freaking commercials that you have to sit through before you can watch that YouTube video.
Oh, like Hulu.
Eternity. So you think about that.
Terrible.
You get a lot done in 15 seconds. So answering this question, if 5 minutes can keep us entertained, the last video I did, one of the last videos, I talked about the live every day in April. I talked about how I just hit that and I recorded this whole video without repeating stuff. And I'm watching and going, people don't need to know that. They're not here for that. I did this and I'm proud of myself because I hit record and didn't have to. It's like cut. That cut 8 minutes, 5 minutes off that video. Just get your point across.
The more you realize that, the better.
You're going to get more ad revenue if people keep coming back and watching your videos and going to your next video that you recommend at the end.
Right. If you have a reputation not to be like going on with something that's just not interesting, if people realize that they're going to come back more, they're going to watch more.
Like if you're doing a video on talking to a guy about YouTube and then you go off topic and talk about skinny dipping and everything else. People,
that's different. It's live. So you can get away with that a little bit easier.
My recent vlog has helped me way more. I have an average view duration of 50%, so I know what my viewers enjoy more in my videos. So this is a really good example, right? Of sometimes when we're new, we think, okay, we got to make these types of videos. But when you're new, you got to go out there and take a chance and do more stuff, right? Go out there, do a vlog, go start out in your living room and then come to your desk. Make a few changes, see what piques people's interest, watch your statistics and your analytics and see if in those areas it is making a huge difference. So me, I don't feel like I'm very creative. I made a Canon M50 video that's got like 4,500 views right now. And I did something in the beginning where I had my Jeep coming up the road and I filmed me going into my house. That is something that I did pretty easily, but first time doing it. Well, the view at that rate where I come in, my wife was in it for like 45 seconds to a minute, the percentage was up to like 65 to 75% of the people were watching that whole part of the video. And then when I started talking about the Canon, I lost about 15%. And then it kept on going. But I got my foot in the door with that part, right? And I was really surprised how interested everybody was to see that part and that they watched it. And then slowly, I got about 4 minutes and 56 seconds average before it was below 50% of the video. So that video did awesome for me. And I got like 300 hours of watch time on that video in 4 months.
And I think it's also because it's visually entertaining. We are so, it doesn't matter if you have ADHD or ADD or CBS or
IBS,
whatever,
CA.
any other initials, you have to be visually entertained. And I did an episode of StreamYard Tech Talk with Daniel. And the thing that I do in the show that every Tuesday, the Franz Ferrari show, I am the co-host. I am the producer of it. I am the moderator of it. I am switching back and forth. I am doing everything at the same time. And I said on the Tech Talk, like right now, you have all the controls under there, and I don't, but you have the controls under the StreamYard thing.
God.
So visually, having just the 3-shot, it gets visually boring for people, and they might click off. So if I was talking, you bring me full screen, and then you go back
to that
3-shot, and then when you're talking, John, you go back to yourself, click to yourself, and then click back to Jeffrey's reaction, nodding, and
how about just this?
Right. Yeah, like
that's the worst thing you could have done tonight. But you didn't really work the shots tonight. I have to say,
visually,
no, I didn't. I got lost in the conversation.
They need to be visually entertained too. So even if you watch one of my videos, on my YouTube channel, if you watch one of my videos,
like an explosion.
It's all, I do have B-roll that comes up of different things that are relevant to that I use a stock footage service for that. But I also go from here. I wish I could probably do it on stream on Ecamm too. I go from like a shot, and this is going to be a weird thing, but I could go from a shot here, and then I clip it to where it is a whatever shot. And
I do that back and forth with my video several times.
You have because you have to keep it. People are just so.
Did you see my new mic video? The one I did.
There used to be MTV editing still. It's that kind of quick cutaway.
So you have to cut, and then over here, and then whatever, and then a little zoom, and then every 10, 15 seconds, it's still me talking to the camera, but there's different shots. Even if I didn't have to stop, and I just went through the whole 14-minute thing without having to redo anything, you're entertained.
Exactly.
You were talking about Casey Neistat earlier, right? And so if you now listen, a lot of people, I don't know how much they know, but that guy was a big time, like he almost hit big time in New York City with his brother, you know what I mean? In film business. And Van, right? He just started a channel like 2 months ago. He's got like 500,000 subscribers. I think he's got 200,000 subscribers.
Very interesting guy though.
Super interesting.
And it also helps, like Mr. Beast did this thing where one of these 4 people are gonna get over 1 million subscribers, and people on the challenge, they couldn't say their name, and at the very end the winner could say his name, and he had over 1 million subscribers within the week or something because Mr. Beast said his name. Casey Neistat says my brother has a channel.
That's it, bro.
That's all.
But his brothers, it's kind of cool. Like some of it is kind of like,
call him the what man? What is the
it's the I should know this too because I watched every video. The spiritual man?
No,
something like that.
No, you're wrong again, Joe.
Not even close.
But listen, here's my point because I didn't even say it yet. When you watch something simple from Casey, right? Say it's even a beach shot. He's making transitions every 2 to 3 seconds, right? So you gotta, and I watched that, right? And I was like, you know what? I want to try something a little different. So I did that video with my mic comparison. And in the beginning, I went and did like 3 or 4 different things real fast. And when I did that, it's again that you have people, this is where we have to get rid of him on the big screen.
Seizure alert.
Again, when you make a change like that, that's when you, the spirited man. So
Yeah.
I was close.
You're pretty close, but your wife, once again.
How close were you? How close were you?
I was going to say the spirit
won.
too, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I think your wife won, but
She only knows about it because I showed her.
I've never met her yet, but she seems like she's very intelligent, yet
she
my wife
married you.
Yeah,
my wife
I know.
got a master's degree and 45 credits.
I don't get it. Well, let's not wake that up. She starts realizing she could do better than we got.
Laughing now.
She's.
I can hear her. Everybody quiet. I can hear her crying.
I know. Listen to that. There's weeping in the vents over at the Ryan house.
I duct taped all the vents so you don't hear that anymore.
Jeez.
I had to do it for the neighbors too. They heard the screams.
I agree with Ash on that
What kind of show is running around there?
She said it'll be a cold day before. More overlay.
Yeah, but anyways, he is engaging even in the simplest form when he does his videos. That's all I'm saying.
Everything from setting something on the counter to doing this to doing that to every. Yeah. It's just, and you just all the B-roll.
Yeah. Now I want to just couch that because a lot of people at that level that are doing that are also hiring these editing processes out. So before we think that they're all just sitting in their dark room at 2 a.m. in the morning running that out,
he does a lot of that.
He might though.
Yeah, because him and his brother absolutely do. Because just think about your mindset and how you would want to control.
Right, they would want control, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people
actually 10 times probably like they want to make sure everything is as perfect in their head is the way it's going.
Yeah, that's true. Their vision, they want their vision. You're right.
It's like somebody, like I said, that stray dog today. People say, I wouldn't have let my dog go with strangers, nor would I. But it's your baby, letting somebody else take care of your baby, and because you know how you want to edit things, and if they can learn your style and your cuts and everything, you could leave it to them. But I don't know if Casey would do that.
Is Sammy going to interview Casey?
I don't know who could interview Casey. Yeah, Casey does edit all of it. It's he's just seems like a freaking cool guy that I would love to hang out with. And
but what's there's no
why? But why? I'm watching him get veggie smoothies and
everything looks so like simple, right? Like the way he does things is it almost fools you like visually, you get engaged into the simplest things he's doing because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
And it tricks you into just watching.
That's why, but he's doing every different thing, every whatever. And he's still famous. So you're thinking, yeah, I could do one on how to shave my head, and the next one's on whatever. It takes a real unique and 1 in a million type person to be able to have a channel that is a little bit of everything and think you're going to be a success.
That's such a personality thing at that point. I mean, you know what I mean? It
is, but he was doing this for such a long time too. I mean, he did the cinematic thing and
he's ahead of every curve.
He's hitting every check mark.
Just think of the people that, right? He wasn't here going, hey, I want to be like so-and-so, because there was nobody.
But there was somebody, though. Somebody else said his style was very much like so-and-so. Like he kind of copied somebody, and I forget who it was. But you go back and look and go, yeah, it's kind of that cinematic whatever. But, he still makes it his own. And
but some people have that recipe that's just perfect for what this is. They have personality. They understand cuts and direction of content. They have endless stream. Like endless streams of ideas. And those people are unstoppable. In a way because there's just it's a bottomless pit for them. And I say that.
On the other hand, I being the introvert, I don't want to be going out everywhere and going to these things and everything else. So if I can do this down my basement somehow, and I don't know if I can move this camera so you can see them. I have my
that's creepy as hell. I'm not going to lie to you. That is just how do you live with this next to you? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine being down there at 2 a.m. by yourself?
This is the
butler. So
Sammy's got a picture of him and Casey together.
How did you?
Sounds a little bit extortionist.
Where did you get that done, Sammy? I'd be curious to know where he got.
He said he met him somewhere. So
Photoshop. I used to work at a Catholic hospital.
That's the bald gamer. He loves bald people.
I went to Vegas and I was at this Fairs and Festivals convention. I had a booth trying to book my show, and there was a Pope lookalike. This got me into that Sammy's picture with Casey, but I'm sure it was really Casey. A Pope. He looked just like the Pope at the time, John Paul, whoever it was.
John Paul II, yeah.
And I got a Polaroid picture of me and this lookalike that they were trying to book. And I brought it back to the Catholic hospital that I was working at, and I showed one of the nuns. And she said, "Oh, it's you and the Holy Father. Oh, that's wonderful." And I said, "Oh, sister, that's actually a lookalike." And she looked back at the picture, and I swear, "That's not you." That's not you. No, it's me. No. That's not the Pope.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, the nuns are not. They're kind of dry story.
Another video that you did off the cuff, right? That was, I thought, one of your funny.
I did, Jeffrey.
Yours, John, is the one where the guy calls on the phone and you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
That got like 15,000 views or something or other. Somebody called, as they do so much to everybody, so often everybody. It was a Indian scam trying to hack into my computer. Hello, sir. Your computer has a virus.
Yes. No, sir. I'm trying to help you. You have to get in. We have to, and you're like, oh, okay.
I do an old man voice. And when I would work at the hospital, here's another hospital story. I did a lot of stuff at the hospital, but I'd go into a patient's room that was empty, and I'd call the nurses station. And I used the same old man voice that I did on that video, and I'd say,
"Oh God,
I need a bedpan." And they go, "Sir, what room are you in?" "I don't know. I have the windows over there, and there's another bed. I need a bedpan now." "Well, sir, what room?" "I don't. Too late." And I'd hang up, and I'd walk past the nurse's desk, and I'd hear him go check the room. Somebody had an accident.
As if these poor people aren't short-staffed enough. John's got them running around.
There was plenty. Yeah,
of course.
Wow, it seems like people went to the city.
The Indian scammers called me, and I did the old man voice. "My computer has a virus. I just got the flu shot at Walgreens. How did it have a virus?" And then we started singing to him. 5'2", eyes are blue. Oh, what those 5 foot can do. Has anybody seen my gal? I used to sing that to my wife before I killed her.
Oh my God!
And they were just, "Sir, no, push the C key and the control key. The donkey." What about
like videos like that, John? You should start out. You should be like real serious and be like,
right.
I wanna bring happiness to you guys, and all of a sudden it's a cut scene to you on the phone with the guy saying you want to up your warranty for your car.
Yeah,
and then you hammer out some funny stuff.
You still have the Toyota Prius? Well, you should know.
Right. But then you're like, go back to being serious and go, if that didn't make you smile today, don't subscribe.
Don't subscribe. You're a loser.
And then people will be like, I got to subscribe to this guy.
Yeah, probably wouldn't even touch the right emoji on the screen. But yeah, I had 4 different people. They kept trying to get this guy, and they transferred me to 4 different people, and they finally hung up on me. The one time they hung up, and then they actually got disconnected, so they called back. But it was a crappy video.
Right.
It was vertical.
No, you're right. That just goes to prove, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
It
doesn't matter.
Yeah, but no,
Aaron was
trying to. People fall for that. People think, oh, Jayco company, somebody didn't win the $100,000 RV, so if you put "I win," you're going to be able to win it. And people are so freaking stupid.
Aaron was stalking.
Gamer. I like his. Wow,
Yeah, hang on. This is continuous conversation, Aaron. He said he was in New York City at Casey's office hoping to meet him. Didn't happen. 2 days later, he posted a video asking people to stop going to his building. So,
hashtag stalker.
Yeah,
it would be cool but it's still like, even when I was doing the discovery stuff, I would be stopped. I was at a mall one time, and I was on the phone, and it was probably a flip phone. It was so many years ago. And I was 100% not, not an earpiece or something. I was 100% on the phone, and the mall security stopped me. And I'm like, can I help you? We love your show. We want your autograph. We want a picture. I couldn't picture being Casey Neistat and I was all about that. I loved it. I'll call you back. I need to sign autographs. But having Casey and people, no offense to our friend,
Night Ash.
Night Ash.
out in front of the office, that you have to be ready to talk to people all the time. But that's what he put himself into. I mean,
Yeah, he's got himself in a box, but
why are people doing this? Like the people going after the paparazzi and stuff. It's like, dude, you are in a business that part of it. You're not behind a desk, cubicle in an office building.
What does this mean?
What? He's funny as fudge. I honestly never heard that.
I'm not heard that with a 10-foot pole.
Nice. Funny as fudge.
I mean,
I'm not even going to go there.
Fudge. Or maybe, I don't know. Hopefully he's talking about one of you. Fudge.
I've never heard that. That's a new one on me. I don't know what that means.
It makes us laugh, though.
Oh, I'm dying laughing.
Funny as
tasty as fudge.
No, it's not what he means. I don't know what he means, but it's unusual. I got noticed by the funny John as opposed to the unfunny John.
Yeah, I got noticed by the funny John. Yeah, that's right, because there's no doubt about which one's funny.
Oh, we know. It's the good looking one.
We know.
Yeah,
but he's been going back to New York, though. He posted I've been watching Twitter. He's back in New York, and that's where he should be. He's just in California.
He's always in New York.
Stuff. He's always.
That's where that's
where he belongs.
Yeah.
We all belong there. I was there the other day. I was in the middle. You guys saw it. I was in the middle of Times Square at my son.
Saw it.
To, Livonia, Michigan. Right next door to my.
Well, here we go. Well, I can't say the F word, so I changed it to fudge. There
now
you go.
He could have put
there we go. Fudge, but fudge is
funnier.
Yeah, and more calories and stuff.
That John guy, he's funny as.
Yeah, there you go. It's fudge. He beeped out fudge.
I just crossed out fudge.
Yeah,
he just wanted to play with his buttons. Jeez.
Listen, tune my knobs in and rip my buttons off.
That is it.
But
every time John says something that he thinks is funny, his wife doesn't laugh.
No, I always wait for the following, but when he tries to be funny,
she has to get up early.
Well,
like we do.
11 already.
I can't believe we've been on for 2 hours. It
seems like 5.
It does 5.5, 6. John, Jesus.
It's been fun though. Actually,
it has. I appreciate it.
It has gone by quick, and hopefully for the 2 viewers that are still left. No, there's actually 9 still left, which is really
there's 9.
It's quite amazing when you think about it.
But it's just hanging out. It's still wherever Ash is at. It's probably still a little cold to skinny dip, and Sammy
says only 2 hours. Like we should.
It's a school night. It is a school night. Sammy has to get to bed.
Yep.
Sammy likes to make. For those that don't know Sammy likes to make peanut butter and jelly filled crunchy tacos.
I saw that. That was something. I don't really know what to say. Good to be young is all I got to say, because that's the
like 12 years old. He's done so much. He's typing it now. I'm 17.
You know what? He is.
That's it.
That's so Sammy. Oh my God, that's so great. Oh, it's a great event.
All right, now we're gonna get.
Oh, he is gonna. Right now he's. Sammy is dying laughing right now watching you do Sammy.
Right now,
so
Sammy's next stream is going to be impressions of John.
It is.
He's going to be like, he's going to go get like a cowbell. Ding, ding, ding.
He's going to be rewinding that part right now. Mom, Dad, come in.
Well, listen.
Lawyer up, Mom, Dad. We're going to take this guy down. He made fun of me.
I think since we're into hour 2, we're gonna wrap this up. So I'm gonna kick John out of here, and then
goodbye, everybody.
I wanted to finish up with Jeffrey.
Everybody.
Hey, John,
thank you so much for coming on. Seriously, it's been a pleasure to talk to you.
John,
what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That stuff's popping out of his pants.
Listen, you know what John does with a stream deck? He adds everything to that stream deck. He's got a stream deck just for emojis.
Neistat. I'm Casey Neistat. Hey, look out front. And that one guy's out front. I'm going to tell him to leave.
I hope you didn't think. I hope you didn't think our interview was horrible tonight.
No, it was very, very, very entertaining, and it got me to use those overlays and everything. And
that was why we're here.
That's why we do it, John.
We're a test ground. We're a sandbox for your overlays.
You're great.
I don't feel like you oversell though.
I try. Yeah, I do oversell. way oversell.
Is he serious or not?
I have so many freaking orders, man. What else do you want?
There was that weird second where he's like,
"No, I got what else?"
He's like, "Oh my god!" I gotta ask him if he was kidding later.
Yeah, look at that. John Pullen fan page. What else?
Oh my god!
Like button on whatever. See, I'll start putting whatever up there you want. Hey, it's the party.
Whoa!
It has been. So I'll let you guys bash me and.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm not gonna bash you. We had a fun time with you.
I couldn't think of two better people to be with, and
thanks, brother.
I couldn't think of any one person that's more inspiring and intelligent and everything than one of you.
This us.
I won't say which one, but
he was lying.
It has been fun. Thank you all very much, and I will see you over on my channel where we
absolutely
continue the conversation.
the adult conversation.
My new drumming niche channel.
We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on your German grip, friend.
It'll be
good.
Do that. All right. Good day, everybody. Right. We'll see you.
See you soon, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was quite an experience, huh?
We gotta love John. He's got, there's so much information there, and sometimes people know a little bit about something. But I think, he's done enough of this, and of course with his background, and there's a lot of similarities between this and any kind of thing, whether it's TV or music or whatever. You get into this, and he's been in kind of a lot of different pools, and so he's got so much, I think, to draw on in comparison. But I enjoyed that.
It's good though, because it kind of makes you think, not that we'd be so lucky that to happen, but if something went viral with your channel or my channel, and all of a sudden you end up getting 1 million views, how would you react to that? And
that would be a great topic one night. How would you react if tomorrow you woke up and you had 1 million views on a video?
Yeah.
Or even better, 1 million subscribers somehow showed up. How would you react, and what would your next step? What would you do? What would your next step be? There's so many minefields there to dance around that it would be very interesting to have that topic with people at different levels.
And the whole thing is, right, because his channel was really directed towards benefiting his work and coinciding with his work, right?
Yeah.
And as a motivational speaker, and then all of a sudden you put something up like that, and then you get 1 million views, and it's like, how do you transition? Should you transition? Is this just, and then you might react to it too late. That is a real tough thing to deal with. What
I like is there's such a lesson here. And again, I'm the newest of all of us here. But the fact that he didn't just live in that, he just has said, at the end of the day, that's nice, that's cute, I like that, but I have a future, I have passions that I really want to be involved with, and they're more about inspirational. They're not about, jumping out of a bush. And while that is fun and that can make people laugh, he wants something more. And I think to say, okay, I'm willing to push that away and not hold on to it, maybe even delete them, which is a bigger thing, to say he's going to do that. And that's truly burning the boats. Okay.
Yeah. I was shocked he said that.
I didn't.
But I understand what he's saying, though. I do get it. Because
there might be some good reason to do it, but I'm impressed that that somebody was being willing to do that, to cut out and to even suggest giving that up to move forward with something they really want. It's a long picture view. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird, right? Because it just was unrelated. And then you're right. It maybe doesn't fulfill you, right? Okay. It's funny in this, but now I want to get some message across and all people can see on my YouTube channel is me dressed up, you know, as a big
You know,
tree.
and it's like an actor who is a child actor and he just can't get out of that role, no matter what great, you know,
Right.
thespian stuff he does. He's always going to be known as the character at 16, and we see that all the time. And they just feel so trapped in that body, and they can never get rid of it. And you know, I don't think he regrets what he did. It's great, but he doesn't want to be stereotyped in it or boxed in when you have something more to give.
Right. I think he'll figure it out because I mean, you can see totally how entertaining he is, and he loves helping people, and he cares about people.
Right.
So
he's the real deal. Right. He's not he walks the walk. You know what I mean?
Right. So I think once he finds his balance, whatever it may be that makes him happy, he's going to be successful in it because he's successful at everything else he does with his business. So I think if he has a couple drops of his humor, a couple drops of his care, and he puts that together in a formula, he can really have something that is people are really going to enjoy because he's the
guy I was kind of talking about. You know, people that understand entertainment, the people that understand personality, but they also understand this business. You know, maybe where he was kind of working himself out is like a lot of us, the filming part of it, that part of it may be the little bit, you know, and maybe the content direction. But I mean, come on, he has all the tools, you know, to make something so much bigger than what he.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hope he does what he wants to do, and he fulfills. No matter what he does, he's always making someone happy, though. So whether it's him, you know, saving a dog or a person or giving of himself.
For people don't know, he's done amazing dog rescue stuff. Like he really is invested and has done some amazing stuff.
And that's people. I mean, personally, the guy, he's saving someone's life when you do a bone marrow. You know,
that's an incredible story. That's a massive gift on many levels. So
I wanted to post this up here really quick because Jeffrey had his first live stream. Okay, this past Tuesday that went phenomenal.
Thank you for everybody that popped in. That was such a lovely thing.
And so he's got that going on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. And then we're always back at Coffee Talk and Tech on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time, both. And so also his link to his channel is in my description, and John Pullum's link to his channel is in the description, and also his link to his business website. So go please check that stuff out. And I just wanted to let people know about our live stream going twice a week now, Jeff. So question to you.
Yeah. How
did you feel after the day after your live stream?
The day after, I felt great. I think it's just good to get that out of the way. You know, some of it's logistical, and we had a little snafu at the beginning, and that's another one of those step on yourself and figure it out. Right.
Yeah.
But I think who cares? That's just technical stuff. But the other one was just, you know, you got to do that first thing. And I'm excited to kind of move into the next thing where we'll actually be getting into also some tech stuff that you and I want to do. And I think that'll be a lot of fun. And so, you know, I think it was great. I felt really good. I really appreciate everybody coming in and you coming in and getting me moving. You know,
yeah, we had a good time. We
did.
So I guess that's about it. We went another 2-hour stream.
You know,
but John was an hour and 45 minutes of it. So
yeah, we could have probably just went in the sidelines. He's just he's an entertainer, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, he's funny. Could you imagine going out with him and like having dinner?
I'd love it. I think it'd be a blast.
It'd be hilarious. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
I mean, I'd be like, anything would seem unexpected. Like I wouldn't want to like let my guard down around them. But
I think maybe in the perfect world at some point, we could do something like that within a year because we're not so far away from each other. It could never happen. So that would be kind of funny.
Oh, everything's just a little jot away in this country. Come on. Everything's close. We make it happen, man.
He said he's on a diet, but he would still go to dinner with us too.
He's on a diet. Well, I mean, well, I got to get with him and ask him what kind of diet, because it might be okay. You know,
Right.
is it like a keto diet? Is it an all blueberry diet?
Yeah, Snickers and Twinkies is a diet
It's
also.
not a diet. It's not a diet.
That's someone's diet.
It better not be your diet.
It's not my diet. No, I went to the doctor. You know what my cholesterol was?
You said it went down, right?
180.
Well, where was it? I mean,
It wasn't excessively high, but it was
No.
like 220. But it was
yeah,
bad.
I was in that range. I was at 205, 210. I had to do a lot of, but you know, I'm not gonna lie, I had to go on a statin because I did everything, and we were really getting off on the weeds. I really couldn't. I couldn't, no matter what I did, what I ate, how much I ran, I could not get that down. It's just it's genetic.
People say
Right.
it's genetic, but there's a lot you can do with.
But there's a lot you can do. We tried.
Yeah, I
And
know.
we did get it down, but I mean, I was eating bark, dude, and running 10 miles a day, and there's only so much you can do.
But 220 is not like crazy either. It's not horrible.
No, it's not. There are people way much higher.
I mean, my blood pressure is one of those things that is a little bit genetic too, but I also could lose another 50 pounds. So
yeah, you can. I mean, there are definitely ways with whether it's diabetes or certain things you can manage. And then I know people who are, you know, pretty fit and they're still struggling. So
here's Aaron. He
hit the like button.
He was busy, but he came in and he says, "Hit the like button."
Nice.
Thank you, man. I'm glad you stopped in, and I'm always looking forward to watching a new video from him. And he's got a nice setup. I mean, he's got the Rodecaster, he's got the pod mic, he's got a nice minimalist setup, it looks like, on his desk. It's kind of cool. I want to see more of that, Aaron. And I need to get taller. Well, that's right. That's exactly what I said to my doctor. He said, you're the perfect weight for someone who's 7'6". Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're trying. COVID wasn't helping things, but
So what are we doing Tuesday? Strolling in?
Yeah, we gotta decide. I mean, we're gonna stroll in. I mean, I think we should pick a topic. I know we had some ideas. I don't know if we have enough time to flush out that other idea that we were talking about, but
yeah, we'll jump on tomorrow or Saturday and talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, and then we'll get the information out. You know, we gotta get better at that. We should be announcing this stuff. I should be announcing this today, but we're getting there. We're just, we got things fired up. We're moving.
It's a work in progress right now.
Yeah, like everything. We're not a rush, right?
No, he's average height. Average height where? Mars? First of all, I want to hear what is average height, because I know what average height is.
I'm going to say 5'10".
No.
You think it's shorter?
Yeah, it is shorter. Okay. Yeah. Remember, average American height is different than average.
That is true. We are taller than most, so you're right. So yeah, if I was a factor and everything, I guess you would be more like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, I think about 5'7.5" is about average.
That makes sense if you really are being honest about other countries. Because I mean, okay, think of India, which has such a huge population. China, I don't suspect they have a lot of dunking over there. I mean, they do have guys in China that do play basketball, but it's like 1 out of 1 billion that do it.
I dunked it in 3 games.
Well, I'm glad I set that up for you. You can tell everybody how you
5'10".
Roll the closing credits.
But right now, the most things I roll is an ankle.
John's just trying to help you. He's trying to give you directions. He's trying to get you to exit with some flair.
John says he hears outro music.
Roll the closing credits. We should do a closing credit thing where it's just where the credits are just gobbledygook. You know what I mean? Like it's just stuff like we put in there. Like stupid, funny stuff. We should do that. Well, I could come up with something.
Well, the ball gamer says he's 5'9", so he's taller than average then.
Well, I mean, good. I don't know. I'm 5'11". That's about it.
I watch Shark Tank all the time. Damon John. Yeah, he is short. He's 5'7". I thought he was even shorter.
It's
All right,
so hard to tell. I don't know.
Let's end this, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday over at Jeff's channel at Drum It Up at 9 o'clock Eastern. And then come back next week on Thursday for another Coffee Talk and Tech live stream. We love everybody who comes in. Every one of you. It's
Every
like
one of you.
it's amazing that we have people even coming in and saying hi
Yeah.
and listening to us. And we want to again, thanks, John, right?
Thank you so much, John. Seriously. Yep. Absolutely. Loved our time.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll catch it on the next one. Yeah, Sammy, please stop over there over at Jeff's and we're gonna
Drum it up. That's
all right, guys. Have a good
All right.
night, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Jimmy Jam Jam.